Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another commentary done by Luminous, and today I'm casting a non-pro commentary, which, if you could look at the YouTube time bar right now, you would know that this one is particularly long, but this is actually a good thing for me to do because I haven't casted for a long time, as you could tell, and I think this year I'm going to try to focus on casting a bit more, as I want to get back to casting kind of premier Dota tournaments such as TI and the majors, and I think a good way to do that is going back to my roots. So hopefully you guys are going to see more commentary on my YouTube channel, whether it's pub cast or more pro casting. Who knows? We'll see. So this is a 3-hour pub game, so I think I will recommend you guys to watch this in trunks, or you know, if you're a trooper, you could grab popcorn, water, whatever, and watch it throughout. Unsurprisingly, I asked a couple of my caster friends to cast this with me, but 3 hours is a quite a long time commitment, so nobody was able to really do it on the. I actually had to like take break. I was like, alright, I need to clear my schedule for this because, yeah, 3 hours is a pretty long time. So it's a solo cast. I have my water next to me, which I might need to refill somewhere down the line. But let's quickly introduce, or I say quickly, but let's slowly go through the players and what they're playing because we have a lot of time. We got the Spyrite playing the Storm Spirit. We have Horang. This looks kind of like a Korean name, playing the Omni Knight. We have Always Seeding Mandarin. No, Always Seeding Mandarin Key. I'm gonna call him Mandarin, playing the Sen. We have Nubek playing the Dusa, and then we have a Gao playing Tidehunter. And of course, you always have to have a 3-hour game, you know, with the Dusa in it, because it's not a 3-hour game without Dusa. John, by the way, the coolest name ever, is gonna be playing Clockwork. We have Best Farm Easy Lane playing Anti-Mage. Respect the Elders, which, ooh, look at this. Kind of a Cloud9 Curse knife strategy coming out, sort of, playing the Nature's Prophet. We have Extreme playing the Shadow Fiend, and then Russians Are Gay. What a apt name. Well, actually, or you know, depending how you look at it, or unfitting name, playing Techies. Techies players are just all right. Straight up TP into trees. Right, immediately after cooldown, TP to cliff jungling. So the first thing I want to talk about is you guys make the guess what you think this MMR level is at this game, because as I was introducing the players, you saw how slow they were at getting out of the map, and generally that's a heavy indication of a fairly low MMR game. And you have cliff jungling, which is the prime example of the lowest MMR games. But Russians Are Gay is jungling, or sorry, bottom solo. Unfortunately, he already got his Thing Sentry. But fortunately, these are double melee support, so they see it, they can't do anything about it. Which, by the way, this is a perfect spot for for hiding if you're on the off lane. You cannot be seen. But unfortunately, if they do walk around and they like stand here, you are trapped in it, especially if you don't have Tango to get out. I will skip through these pauses like I do not care, because this is a 3-hour game. I am not gonna sit through all the pauses. All right. Yeah, so let's quickly talk about everybody's item builds. You know, I'm not even sure how I'm gonna cast this pub game, because normally when I cast pub games, I am very mean. Like, mean is an understatement. I am like ruthless in terms of, oh, it's actually not a solo techies, it's a dueling bottom with Clockwork. So we're seeing the very strong strategy of the techies dual support off lane plus the Prophet roam, you know. Wait, did he actually get the camp? Yeah, he's level 2. Alright, so we have a little bit of a support rotation coming on the mid lane. They want to get the gank here. Stormhammer is going to be in position. Stormhammer will hit. The Remnant slow is going to apply. Are we going to see another Remnant? Yep, First Blood's going to go to the Storm Spirit, and Huang comes in place. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. Probably not. It's going to give a heal to ensure that nobody is dying here. So very nicely done. Alright, so let's quickly look at everybody's item build. The only person that has legit starting item is probably the Storm Spirit. He started with a no talisman. Everybody has the wrong starting item, because generally no matter which lane and where you are, You're probably gonna Courier, not gonna get micro at all. Respect the Elder is gonna get the kill, and he's gonna have the TP score out as well, so nicely done. And he's gonna TP into tower. No, none of that picnic double click TP back to the base. So oh, he's got the new is this the not Arcana, the Mythical? There you go. It has a little nice flower TP animation. Yeah, so I'm guessing this is a fairly low MMR game. Oh, this is next level. He's kind of trying to drag the creeps into it. But, you know, nice idea, but gets killed. But there's a double damage Sven. Does he have suicide? He does have suicide. He will do it right now. John is going to, you know, let a rocket fly. Not going to do too much damage whatsoever. Alright, that's pretty fun. So far, did I miss? I caught all the kills, so that's a good start. Yeah. This is the first Dota game I've casted in a long time, so do expect a lot of kills to be missed, but so far, I'm off to a good track. I forgot to put up the last hit chart, which, by the way, surprisingly, Dusa is leading in the last hit. I guess that's not too surprising, because she's laning against a Clockwork and Techies. It is surprising in the fact that she doesn't have the cleanest attack animation. I would imagine that Storm would be the highest last hitter, but the most surprising fact of all is that Tidehunter is leading. Anti-Mage, not exactly the best laner against him. There's a Courier coming with the Ring of Health. Alright, I guess he can actually get into position. So Tidehunter is doing a very good job just anger smashing the Anti-Mage whenever it comes in play, and that's kind of what you expect. Unfortunately for the Anti-Mage team, normally when you play Anti-Mage you get, you know, 2 supports backing you up, but in this case, none of that is happening. So far this ward has paid off, I suppose. See, the thing is, I'm not sure. Let's actually look at this, right? So this ward is 75 gold. Oh, he's gonna see this Sven coming in. Is he gonna go for a rocket kill? No, the rocket's not gonna fly fast enough. Is he gonna tell the Clockwork to rocket? Alright. So it guaranteed, well, it didn't guarantee, but it semi-guarantees a Courier snipe, which gets you and your team in total of 750 gold. That's worth it, but you also don't have a river ward, so you know what, I'm gonna say it's heavily worth it, the fact that you got 750 gold. So it's pretty nice. Alright, so I imagine this early game we're not gonna see too much action until this Storm hits level 6, as well as Tidehunter hitting level 6, which, by the way, he is very close to. So this Tidehunter, I imagine we're gonna see a very early Blink Dagger, because he's farming extremely well. And conversely, on the other side, this Anti-Mage is going to have a tough time doing anything done. Actually, did he get hit behind the anchor? No, he didn't. But he's getting heavily zoned now, and I feel that this Tidehunter is playing extremely well. Prophet doing his jungling thing. So normally when you jungle Prophet, you go for Hannah Midas first, simply because it hits you level 16 ASAP. You need quite a bit of farm, and you need quite a bit of levels, and getting a level 16 for Rapid Nature is pretty nice. The other thing is, the attack speed is often very valuable, because you often TP in and try to do a little bit of backstab action, and the extra, like, 1 or 2 physical attack that you get is pretty strong. Oh. Radiant Courier has died. I guess he TP'd in. So this Courier, in a very low level game, has gotten 2, or this ward has gotten 2 Courier kill, because nobody upgrades the Courier. So that's pretty nice. Looks like somebody got hit up by a mine, and he's being zoned out. So what was I saying earlier? I forgot. Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of that this game. Alright, so Prophet has done his job this game. Oh yeah, I was wondering what he's gonna build. So he's gonna go for the Blade Mail build. The Blade Mail build is nice, but only if you're gonna get a lot of no talisman. So what you do with the Blade Mail build is you TP in, you turn on your Blade Mail, you have 3 no talisman, Blade Mail, and like intelligence threads. So you hit like a truck, and they actually can't hit you back because you have the Blade Mail turned on. So it's kind of like a bursty physical ganking kind of thing. This mine is not blowing up, which is surprising. John is gonna come in right now. The mine, oh my god, that burst damage. Techies gonna get the kill, and John gets experience, so it works out perfectly for both of them. Meanwhile, Stormster is in the jungle. He's gonna come in. He doesn't have to pull, so let's see how good his mana is. He needs to start bottling. He's not bottling yet. He doesn't have to pull. The Remnant's not gonna do it, and one more hit. Yeah. So generally, if you're gonna go on a guy and you know they're gonna just be straight up running away from you, you should be bottling as you go. And Stormster being forced to utilize the rest of his mana to escape. So pretty good play from the Prophet. I think in a situation like that, you don't even need a Sprout. You just straight up TP, and the Storm would not have enough damage to kill you. Alright, so
More death.
Techie's got a kill. Alright, you know what? I don't feel bad for missing Techie kills because, you know, Techie's is Techie's. He's gonna get kills across the map. It looks like Dusa is going for a straight Hanamitis. Hanamitis Dusa is alright. I mean, you know, she's the late game carry, but I think she's well suited getting an item like Perseverance into Lincoln Sphere. I used to be very down on Lincoln Sphere as an item, both on Morphling and Dusa, simply because I'm thinking, hey man, you're spending 5,000 gold into an item that really doesn't give you anything fighting capability, right? I mean, it helps you survive, but it doesn't really help you do too much of anything else beyond that. But, and then I thought about it, Perseverance is actually a pretty sick farming item, right? The mana regeneration component allows you to spam out the lane with Mystic Snake and go into the jungle, and I find that that's an often underutilized part. A lot of people I see have like Perseverance, for example, on Morphling, and they just keep their mana on full all the time. So it's definitely not utilizing their item to the full potential. But we have an 8-minute Hanamitis, which is honestly not too good, considering the fact that she's got relatively free farm and she is the second highest CSer on the game. But hey, you know, she's got the Midas, and she's also got 1,000 gold on top of that Midas. So immediate Morbid Mask. So I don't know what this is about, but looks like we're gonna see a TP top ganking the TIE Hunter, who unfortunately doesn't have a Tango to come out. Blinking into anti-mage, but the heal bomb's gonna come in. Oh, the Blade Mail's gonna come out, and the right clicks. Oh, the repel. Oh, and of course the Kraken. The Kraken shield, the Kraken block's gonna do a little bit of work. He does have a Tango, and he will eat out. So a little bit quick. Oh. God damn it, I'm missing too many kills. The rocket is gonna seal the deal. So that's a pretty good kill by the Dire side. The kill score is 4-3, but the important thing is that TIE Hunter did pick up the Blink Dagger. So now I think the Radiant team is completely online in terms of whatever they want to do. And if this was a very high level game, I'll start talking about how the team should move, right? Like, for example, the team should move as 4, minus the Dusa, and create space for the Dusa. But this is not a high level game, I don't imagine. In fact, Dusa might be a little bit of trouble. Gotta turn on the ult, and she will turn it on. In fact, she's gonna start right-clicking. There is a TP coming in. Right now, this Omni Knight is like the MVP. There's a Blade Map being turned on, but Dusa doesn't care. She's actually got Split Shot at level 8, which I don't heavily advise. Normally in early game, especially you're going for Hanamitis on Dusa, which makes you very squishy. You probably want to max your mana shield second, and you won't really have damage to take advantage of Split Shot because you have no damage. So I would advise getting Split Shot a little bit later on. So far, the MVP for me this game is this Omni Knight because he has teleported 3 times, once to mid, once to top, once to bottom, all assisting ganks or turning ganks around. That TIE Hunter would have died a lot quicker on top if he didn't TP in. Unfortunately, Rocket from Storm OP, or sorry, Rocket from Clockwork OP. You know what? Even though this is I could tell this is a fairly low MMR game, just casting this pub game and remembering like the pub games I used to cast 2 years ago, I just want to say that the overall skill levels of players has really increased over time. Like if you take a 3k MMR player today to a 3k MMR player that just came during the inception of Dota 2, if you will, I think the 3k MMR players today would just like wreck the 3k players of the past. I think, I don't know, Tournaments has done a good job kind of explaining what are the correct things to do. The overall competitiveness of the game has increased as well. And of course, content creators have done a good job making guides and whatnot to, you know, like, hey, this is what you should do on this hero. With that said though, I still feel that a lot of, and when I say not, I mean like 90% of the players still don't know what the correct build for a hero is. You could actually go into any high-level pub game, even up to like the 4 or 5k pub game, and you can find at least 1 or 2 players not realizing what the correct skill build is, or not the correct item build is. And Nubek in a little bit of trouble because he does not have mana for his ultimate, and here comes the Warcry. This is something that you would never see like 2-3 years ago, right? Supports carrying TP in a pub game, but it looks like he's gonna go 1v2. John coming in, he gets a 2-man cock under the tower, but here comes Respect the Elder, while the Sprout actually pushes Nubek out, and Respect the Elder unfortunately does not have upgraded boots. He's gonna chase a little bit longer. We do see Shadow Fiend coming in. Can he get the C-Raise? The Rocket is gonna come in, and one more right click should do the job. He's got the face, but look at the Yaphet Race from Extreme, gonna get the kill. Yeah, very nicely done. John going ham in there. So double blade mail being turned on, and blade mail is pretty awesome against this team, which, you know, they can stone gaze you, and then you just blade mail, and you kind of like, hey, you can hit me, and yeah, you take a lot of damage. So Dire is doing a very good job kind of transitioning these ganks into tower pushes, and honestly, this is where the Blink Dagger TIE Hunter should really take over, but unfortunately, that has not been the case. And Extreme is sitting at 2k gold, so I wonder what he's going to be going. TIE Hunter on the top lane, meanwhile, gets a kill on the Anti-Mage with the help of the Storm Spirit. I imagine Storm coming in, even getting a single point of Vortex, and the Ravage being spent for that kill. You know, despite the fact that this Anti-Mage is having a very tough time early, he's going to have like a 15-minute battle fair if he farms well in the next 2-3 minutes, so... yeah, maybe like 16-minute battle fair. So, I say overall, Dire is doing extremely well, mostly thanks to this Prophet, you know. The Prophet by himself earned, what, 1,500 gold from the 2 career snipes? And the Techie's got, what, like 1 kill here on the Omni Knight, and another kill here on the Omni Knight, and then, what, another kill in the jungle? By the way, this is like the worst way to play against Techie. And not worst way, but like the worst situation you could be in against a Techie, right? You have double melee support, so you're already in a disadvantage there. They have taken your early tier 1 tower on the bottom, so Techie should go into the jungle, and you have zero idea where the mines are. And you're losing on the kill game, so you can't really pressure enemy towers as effectively. So yeah, things are not going well on the Radiant side. But I mean, this is, spoiler alert, a 3-hour game. So, you know, there's a lot of game left to be played. There is a Blink Dagger build on Shadow Fiend, so that's where I was kind of getting at. Like, do you go Blink on the Shadow Fiend? Mech is a very popular build. I'm also a big fan of Hannah Midas, and not just because I know this is a 3-hour game, but you know, if you look over to the Deuce on the other side, you see that she's got a Hannah Midas. You know this game's gonna get dragged out pretty long, considering the fact that it's very hard to push up high ground against a Ravage as well. Ooh, Clockwork Hook's gonna come in right here against, well, the Stormhammer is great. Unfortunately, Blade Mail from John is gonna do the work. That's yet another tower, and this is a double damage Shadow Fiend, so, sorry, another kill, and that is gonna be transitioned into yet another tower. TIE Hunter's gonna TP, and he does have Ravage available, but there's no way he's gonna defend this by himself. He's gonna hang around here, and, okay, double blink back out. Alright, so both people revealed the Brilliant Dagger. I'm sure Anti-Mage saw it. Although I'm not sure whether they were aware of Shadow Fiend's blink it just yet. Despite him that he just blinked in mid, but you know, this is a pub game. Nobody pay attention to these things. Alright, so I was somewhat dubious about this Nature's Prophet item build, because I talked about how Blade Mail is great, but only if you combine it with No Talisman and Treads, and if you get a ton of kills from it, which he has, so that's pretty impressive. John's gonna get picked off by the Storm Spirit. But what this Prophet is gonna have trouble is keeping up in terms of the net worth, unless he keeps taking down towers, which is doing an excellent job. Actually, if he goes back for Hannah Midas right now, it wouldn't be bad. So the theme of what I'm trying to say is Hannah Midas is one of my favorite items, and you should always get it on every single hero in the game. It just makes you feel better, right? If everybody has more item and more levels to work with, and I keep missing kills. You know, this doesn't count as a Techie skill. What did that happen? Alright, it happened here. Okay. Yeah, Techie skills don't count. Alright, no more missing kills. We're 15 minutes in. I missed like half the kills. Alright, Storm Spirit has all kit. Alright, I'm gonna follow this guy around. Alright, easy cast mode. There you go. So, there's a lot of time in this game for me to talk about what I've been doing lately. And I'm sure a lot of you guys are wondering, like, hey Lumi, why haven't you been casting? Are you gonna just stop casting and things like that? So I essentially took a fairly long break. Oh, Storm Spirit is zipping in from far. There's the Orchid, there's the pull, and that should be the kill. Yep, there's the kill. And the Blade Mail is gonna turn on. That's the problem with this Blade Mail build. Like, they could just kind of run away. Although, here comes Mandarin. Ooh, he's gonna go invis under his tower. There is no detection. So instead of going for the Hannah Midas build, he is gonna continue going for his kind of the backstab ganking build, and he's almost got his Shadow Blade, so that's pretty nice. And there's a Mask of Madness being finished on this Dusa, so she actually just increased her damage output by a significant amount. You know, the plus 30% attack speed on Midas is nothing to scoff at. Unfortunately, she still needs another damage item to really be able to do anything. With that said though, there is a Guardian, sorry, Guardian Angel, yeah. So if you Guardian Angel and just kind of turn on your Blade Mail and go and attack, that's a pretty big game for Dusa. Alright, I'm gonna switch away from Lasset. I'll probably go back to Lasset later as Dusa and Anti-Mage inevitably will pick up more farm and go over his net worth. Shadow Fiend is leading the net worth, but his team is falling behind, which if you look at the fact that the Radiant has lost 2 T1 tower, that's pretty impressive. Oh, is this Curry gonna get sniped? No, it looks like it's somewhat too dangerous against the Storm Spirit. Sven's gonna go down though. So he put down a sentry, saw the ward there, and be like, oh, they see me. Alright. Oh, Clockwork missing. But the TP in. Huang's gonna drop the heal bomb, but yeah, I'm not sure. Well, I'm not sure if you want to push him out like that. Well, Harang, oh, Ravage is gonna come in. Immediate Blade Mail comes on. John is gonna go down. Meanwhile, Blink into a Requiem Soul's gonna come in. Gal's gonna take one race. The second race should be easily lined up. And here comes the backstab coming out from Respect the Elder. Well, yeah, this is where Dusa needs to fight her way out of there. He's out of mana completely. One more raise should do the Blink Dagger from the Shadow Fiend. Yeah, that's 3 kills after a Ravage being used. So this actually could be a fairly early Rax for the side of Dire team. They're doing a very good job kind of converting their kills into towers. And you know what, this Techies, as much as I hate the hero, has to... Oh, one more right click? Oh, I'm not sure if the Word of the Sprout was necessary because, you know, he's a Storm. He's going to jump. We're going to see a Clockwork Rocket. Oh, he's out of mana. Easiest Clockwork Rocket? No, the Wrath of Nature is going to do the job. The Rocket didn't even need to come. I'm not sure. Oh, no, he was dead. Never mind. So, I gotta say, impressive play from this Prophet, just being at every fight that he needs to be at, and this is a build to do it. A lot of players will build an item and not really know how to utilize this item set. This is a complete correct way to kind of just fight and use this item well. And then this Techies, he's been getting a lot of kills on that poor Omni Knight, you know, just doing techie things. But I really appreciate the fact that he's at every single push, because landmines do a freaking ton of damage to towers. So I'm overall very impressed with the way that the Dire team is playing. So Techie's going for Aghanims first. I'm no Techie's expert, but I personally really hate this build. Aghanims is a very nice thing. Like, you can have the mana field sign, which, I mean, it's only really important when it comes to like kind of high ground defense, because you just like put a minefield sign over here, right? And the team just can't push down lane because you don't know if you're gonna walk in and die. So with that said, we're really far away from that point in time, and more importantly, it really doesn't increase your mana regen. Sure, it gives you more damage, so it makes each mine a little bit more effective. Actually, does it even increase damage? Yeah, it does increase damage. Obviously increasing the cast range, but all of that is like fairly low utility compared to a Yule Scepter, for example, that increase your mana regen. You could lay out more landmines, and bang! Yeah, and he even farms that, so very nice. Did I see the Techies? Oh, he saw it. He's gonna walk up. Get the last hit. That's a wolf. Oh, he's gonna get killed. And Storm Spirit. Oh, the Clockwork's gonna come in right now. He's gonna run away and push back the suicide on the plays from John from the Cog. The Rap's gonna come in. John's gonna get a secondary kill. Well, he's gonna try to fight this. John, he know backup is coming. So there's one raise coming in. There's a Guardian Angel. Huang's really gonna go for the kill. There's a trapping him in, and Huang's like, you know what? We're gonna just fight your way in, and the raise is gonna do it. Me on the bottom side, the Mono Void's gonna get the kill. That's a team wipe. That's a team wipe in 20 minutes of gameplay. And yeah, I'm not sure where Prophet was in. I'm sure he TP'd in. The Wrath was there to actually get the kill. And there's that Aghanim Scepter. But hey, you know, the one thing that Aghanim Scepter is very good at this stage of the game is that it makes a Techie extremely tanky, right? If he didn't have the point booster there, he was going to die much earlier. But honestly, I don't think the Techie being tanky component is a strong reason, because you could always just suicide. Although in that particular case, he needed the extra HP because there was a silence on him. So he could not have suicide earlier enough. Alright, Dusa, disconnect. And...
Radiant was pushing. Okay, back to killing each other.
You know, despite this Techie playing really good Dota, I just can't have respect for him because of his name, first of all, and he's playing Techies. Like, goddamn, what a hero. Which, by the way, I find the most ironic thing that... Oh, quick kill. Blink. Is there a Ravage? He does have Ravage. He's gonna use the Ravage? Why do you use the Ravage? Gotta use the Ravage. Ravage at the very last second. Stormseer is gonna come in for the kill. I think if he Ravaged earlier, would have gotten the kill and wouldn't have gotten the... Well, like, if he Ravaged to prevent the Requiem.
Radiant's top tower is under siege.
It's a 2-for-2 trade. Crown's gonna try to run away. Oh, there's Nubek. Yo, there's a heal bomb. And I believe he's dead. The Sprout bouncing them out, though, and the bomb's gonna drive everybody away. Oh, the Mystic Snake coming out from afar. Nubek. You know what? This is a very strong fighting build, and she's fighting. Alright, so... pretty good stuff. I did see a couple of camps being stacked, so that's pretty nice, but yeah, really nothing to talk about. Alright, so I'm gonna stop being nice guy Lumi. Yeah, I've been being nice guy Lumi. Time to actually talk about why everybody in this game suck and go to Dismal. Which, by the way, disclaimer, I don't actually think everybody in this game sucks. It's just, you know, just funding the poke around. So Storm Spirit, you know, dying with power threats. Kind of best threats that you want to be in. Well, come on, you knew that there was Sentry Wards. And when I say you knew, the Dire team should have known, because you know. Well, actually, they don't really have 100% knowledge that it's there, but the Omni Knight didn't walk into the mine on purpose. So, yeah, they knew, but they forgot. Yeah, so I think earlier I was gonna say I'm gonna try to cast more games, but. You know, the way that the tournament scene is at right now, it's very difficult for me to cast games because I had to buy the tournament ticket. So, let's say if the Summit 3 is gonna, or the Summit 4, yeah, if the Summit 4 comes up, right, I have to buy the Summit ticket, and then maybe I'll cast like 2-3 games. I'm not sure whether that's worth the Summit ticket purchase, which maybe it is. It supports the Summit. It supports the player that are attempting the Summits, so we'll see. But my pocket is not made out of gold. Which, of course, 23 minutes of gameplay against a Shadowblade Prophet. Dust is overrated. Sentry is more overrated. Even if the Storm doesn't want to buy the Dust, if you're the support, you just buy a Dust and put it in a Storm and be like, hey, you got a Dust. Because that was 100% free kill against the Prophet. And this Prophet is worth quite a bit of chump change. She's level, what, 14 now, almost? Alright, somebody's ping Roshan. John's like, you know what? We're winning really hard. Let's just end the game. Which, by the way, like the last, I want to say 10 pub games I played, 8 or 9 of them have been decided like by the 25-30 minute mark. And I kind of really like how the game's going. Which, you know, there's gonna be a patch coming out, I imagine, because there's always a patch coming out after every TI. Yeah, I really like how game length are very short. God damn it, why am I missing kills? There you go. How do you get the kills? Do they have dust? They do have dust. Alright, so. You know what? I can't even be mean to these players, because it used to be that, like, nobody gets dust till 40 minutes in, and it would be an ongoing joke, like, didn't have dust. But, like, dude, pubs are good nowadays. They actually get dust. And Prophet is dead. So Prophet now needs to think about, hey man, Shadowblade, good offensive item, not too good defensive item. Hanamitis, even worse defensive item, but you know what? You get you know 100 gold from it, or what's 150 gold? How do I not even know how much gold that Midas gives you? 190 gold. Holy fuck! I'm no longer the Midas master. I know it was a ton of gold, but you know what? Come to think of it, I'm not gotten a Midas for a long time now. I feel sad. I only now go Midas, like if there's a challenge. That says, oh, get a Midas before 12 minutes or something random like that. Because, you know, going back to my previous point, games just end really fast. And Midas is not really an item that lets you get the gold payoff. I think the only time that is really worth getting Midas is if you need to hit a key timing in terms of level. Anti-Mage is going to come in and steal the sack, or at least going to try to. It's got Ravage. It's got a Ravage coming in? Well, there's a hook coming in against 2 hero. Ravage is going to actually... Well, the Blade Mail's just gonna go in. The Blade Mail's already coming in. And right now, farm easy. He's gonna come in, just get the last hit. Respect the Elder, turns on the Blade Mail on the back line here. He's gonna get Orchided up, and the right click's gonna come through, so they do get a kill there. Anti-Mage trying to blink away. He gets Gush, but he doesn't really care. There's Mines over here. Didn't want to blow it up? Alright, Techie's just a little bit late on that. He does blow it up. And, yeah. That is a Tidehunter kill. He probably doesn't even need to blow up all of the mines, because Tidehunter was fairly low, and he does have an Aghanims, right? But if he only blew up 2, I would totally scream hacks. By the way, there is a hacks for Techie, such that if a low health hero runs into your minefield of like 8 mines, the hack would only blow up the necessary enough mines to like get the kill. I think that's how that one works. But seeing him blowing everything up makes me say that he is not using hacks, but he's still a scummy player because he's playing techies. Yeah, so I asked Nebula and B-Balling whether they want to cast a 3-hour game. Nebula was just like, fuck no. Which, you know, I think Nebula's actually having a day job now. So this is what, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So I asked him why he was working. So he's like, alright, I can't do this. B-Balling says, dude, I can't just take out 3 hours of my life. I gave him like a 2-minute notice. It's like, hey, cast. He's like, no, I can't. Why is the storm running away? Actually, he can't kill anybody. There is a Silver Edge. Alright, so let's talk about Silver Edge and why it's a shitty item in this game. What does Silver Edge actually do? I mean, one thing that it's often forgotten about Silver Edge is that it reduces enemies' damage output by a frick ton. So, for example, if you pop it on a Lina and she's about to Laguna, her Laguna will not actually do any damage. Well, it will do like 40% less. That's a often forgotten part about it. But normally, you get it to actually disable a very annoying passive like Bristleback's Bristleback. In this game, though, it looks like there's not much going to be disabled. So, oh, by the way, I do want to go back to talk about the split shot. Remember, he got a level into split shot level 8, and I said it was kind of questionable. Hold that thought, because we're going to see a little bit of fight on the mid lane here. They're going to try to blow everything on the anti-mage. He's got the Aegis, though. I'm not sure whether it's worth it. He's got the Aegis used. Do they have Ravage? Ravage is going to come back in 2 seconds. Unfortunately, he's going to get bounced around a little bit. Use that Ravage. Ravage is going to hit on everybody. Blink Dagger coming in on extreme, but he needs to turn away from the Dusa TP out from Respect the Elder. The Sun's going to cancel the TP. Requiem Soul is going to come in right now. Shadowfiend getting right-click assist to Dusa. It's doing so much damage, but the Mana Void not doing enough because, well, I guess she's very tanky despite the fact that she's got Blade Mail on. 2-for-1 trade. Actually, 2-for-2 trade because the Aegis is going to be used. Nice hook here coming from John, and the Raid's going to finish it from Extreme. So that's going to be yet another tower. 3-for-2 exchange, and well, the second one doesn't really count. Meanwhile, Anti-Mage is going for more, and Stormsphere is out of mana at this point. Yep. Shadowfiend, this Blink Dagger has done a ton of work, and that is a 4-for-2 exchange. And Dire continue their dominating streak. This Dusa, though, is actually starting to do some real work. She's already right-clicking for a lot of respectable damage. John's gonna come in, and somebody get deny this tower? Alright. The 9 tower overrated. Techie's gonna get the tower last hit. And ensuing pause. How many pause? Alright, unpause. Alright, so we're gonna see Yule Scepter afterwards. So, Yule Scepter, going back to my point earlier about how mana regeneration allows you to farm faster, that's another reason why I think techies should get Yules first, because it lets you get to your Aghanims faster. The timing of hitting Aghanims into Yules, in this game, what, 30 minutes? It's going to be slower than Yules into Aghanims, so that's generally how things work out. What a deny, though! Harangue! Still the MVP player for the Radiant team. Alright, so I was questioning the level 8 split shot of Medusa, but if you know you're going to go Phase, Midas, Mask of Manus, taking split shot early makes complete sense, because you do want to max it by level 16 if you're going to go for a fairly aggressive right-clicking build. If you're going to go for the ultra late game high ground defense, it's important to get stats early on so you can survive. But split shot right now will help you farm a ton, and she is farming a ton. Quickly checking over on the last hit, yeah, she is keeping with the Battle Fury anti-mage despite the fact that her team is losing hard. So she's doing a fairly good job, and she's got a Midas, so she's getting those split shot level very quickly as well. So you know what, I take back what I said about the build. It makes sense. Alright, so Dire is playing the slow game, which you're winning hard. You have techies, and you can't push because you're pushing 4v5s. Techie's not a very good pusher. Although with that said, the minefield sign, right? If you just walk up and put a minefield sign here and just start putting landmine, it's really hard for the Radiant team to fight. Clockwork missing a hook. Do they have a silence? What's your plan of actually killing this guy? They don't actually have a plan of killing this guy. Uh-oh. Dust, Stormhammer, and I believe he is dead. The Cog, though, is going to push 2 people away. They're going to try to fight their way out of it? No. Creeps. is gonna get the kill. John is still going for it. Oh, John's gonna get the hook in. Storm Spirit just zipping around pointlessly, losing all his mana, trying to zip to the low ground. Not gonna get to the low ground. Gets one more zip. Could have made to the low ground this time. Oh, the push away. He's gonna have Rocket. Rocket, no Rocket. Force that forward. One more click. He's got the hook. He's gonna cancel the TP. Right click coming in. The Ravage gonna come in, and the Guardian Angel will keep the Storm alive. What a play. He's gonna go for the Storm. Blink 2 feet away. He gets pulled up here. Can they actually kill him? There's a silence on him. He mantis a silence. The Mana Void, huge Mana Void damage, and he blinks back out. Holy crap, 2 for 2 trade, and my lung capacity is being tested. I'm sure there's gonna be quite a bit of streaming coming on. Whew, and there's a basher being completed. So lately, and when I say lately, it's been like the past, I don't know, well, ever since TI, which is really where Anti-Mage was picked very heavily. A lot of people are in huge favor of getting the Vlad's build before the Mantis style, because it used to be a race, right? You go for the Battle Fairy because that's your best farming item, and then the enemy team would have a Storm or a Quap, like, you know, your common Orchid builder, and then it will be a race. It's like, all right, the Storm's gonna build the Orchid, and the Orchid's gonna kill you or try to kill you multiple times, and then you have to race to farm to a Mantis style, in which case you're ungankable to the Orchid. And during TI, or around the time, maybe a little bit previous to that, it seems like everybody has kind of agreed to switch over to the Vlad's build, and saying the Vlad's build is a little bit better. Oh, these mines. Oh, all that mana's gone, which is going to be big. Mana Void's going to be up. Oh, the first hit bash into the preeminent blink. You probably even didn't need Mana Void there. Alright, so yeah, I'm not sure exactly why Vlad's is the better build. Gotta ask, might as well travel with it. Storm Spirit picks up a kill on the top lane against a Prophet, but hey man, Rex is about to go down. There's a buyback on Dusa, which is pretty aggressive. There's a TP on Storm, and that's why using the Mana Void earlier is pretty bad, because there is a Storm on the enemy team. The Storm now could play a lot more aggressive, given the fact that they know there is no Mana Void available. But Dio will be happy to back off, because they got a buyback out of this. Yeah, so everybody just switch over to Vlad's, which, I mean, it's just a different playstyle of Anti-Mage. If you go for Manta, you play more for the late game. There you go. You play more for the late game, you're farming, you're flash farming a ton. But if you're going for Vlad's, you're taking more team objective. It's much better for team fights, it's much better for Roshan, it's much better for taking towers, etc, etc. Alright, so the players don't know that this is going to be a 3-hour game. But knowing the fact that this is going to be a 3-hour game, I think, like, who has the best heroes for a 3-hour game, right? Like, at one point, there's going to be Double Ravage. And Double Ravage against, you know, there's not going to be a 10-second BKB in 3-hour games. So Double Ravage is always, like, a hard stun for a long, long time. Guardian Angel is probably one of the best things that you could have in a 3-hour game. And then you have a Storm Spirit, which gives you unlimited pickup potential. And then you also have a Dusa. Sven's not going to do much. You know what? This supports Sven. He's got a Blink Dagger. He's eventually going to do something with God Strength and Warcry. 20 armor is 20 armor, so... Is it 16 or 20? It's 20, yeah. So, you know what? I'm pretty happy the fact that, like, if you know you're going to pick a 3-hour game lineup, this could be one of the stronger 3-hour lineup. The only true downside is that this lineup doesn't really have a secondary carry, unless Sven becomes a secondary carry. Carry in the sense that they need a right-click carry, because that's where really the damage will fall to in the late game. In terms of a 3-hour carry team, Anti-Mage honestly is actually one of the worst carry when it goes to the late game. I mean, a lot of people say Anti-Mage is one of the best carry in the game, and that's because he gets 6-slotted, right? Like, you see him getting 6-slotted 35 minutes in, and generally he ends the game while having an overwhelming game advantage, or gold advantage, and level advantage. But if you don't end the game, he kind of gets out-carried a lot of times. And you generally see Anti-Mage win games, Anti-Mage with a high win percentage in around 35 minutes of game time. And then he loses win rate once it gets, like, for the 45-minute. And then he picks up win rate again at the 55-minute mark, or 50-minute mark. And the reason being so is that once you get Skull Basher, blinking into getting bashed, and then he blinks back out. I think Gal should have just ravaged her. Well, I guess he was expecting the Storm Hammer to get the stun in first.
Tower has been denied. Bastards.
This Prophet, May help himself by picking up some sort of survival item. But,
Radiant's middle
you know, he's just gonna pick up damage. Alright, anti-mage didn't work on the mid lane. There's a silence on him, but he's got the Aegis. Blink, Requiem's gonna hit on everybody. Aegis is gonna pop, but they have not used the Ravage yet. Tidehunter gonna come in, Ravage, and okay, Nubix right-clicking away. They do have the Guardian Angel, and they're gonna actually just clear and defend. John's gonna be dead. Huge Mana Void though. Oh my god, that hurts so much. Gal's trying to walk away, double blink 4 in the high ground, and they are gonna get the kill. That was all of the team fight on the Radiant side. On the bottom, there's a little bit of bot raxing going on. Respect the Elder is gonna suicide his life for the melee racks, and he's gonna get the melee racks. And techies, he probably could have gotten the kill. There's a GG being called because they lost 2 lanes of racks, but boy oh boy, this game is gonna go on for a little bit longer. In fact, they're gonna go for the Mega Cube right now. Anti-Mage is gonna face tank it a little bit. He's gonna hit the okay. Blink back out. Blink again. Blink again. Alright. Alright, okay. Storm Spirit gets a kill. He's got a 10+ on charge. He's also got 6k gold. This is gonna be Hex time, right? You do get Hex here, I think. Alright, you do get Hex. The thing is, Hex doesn't really help that much. I mean, don't get me wrong, Hex against Anti-Mage is a big way of how they're gonna kill the Anti-Mage. But right now the problem is this Shadow Fiend just blinks in, and then he just BKBs in Requiem, and it just forces your fight to actually run around. But we are starting to get to a point where they could tank the Requiem, especially when Dusa's ult turn on. The problem, what they can't do, and one of the best scaling ultimate in the late game is Anti-Mage's ult, right? The bigger the mana pool, the more damage it'll do. Especially the fact that it's an AoE damage. That's pretty big. And Dusa's got Scotty. Look at this. I mean, despite how poorly the game's going for the Radiant side, this Dusa is farming her pants off, so. Immediate TP back home. I would have saved my TP scroll. Come on. They didn't have a storm. You're fine. They do have a prophet though. Seki's also not able to kill Dusa no more. Dusa tanky as hell. Ooh. This is some pretty aggressive right clicking. Ooh, right click, right click. No Guardian Angel? Didn't have Guardian Angel. Nubix right clicking. And he turns on the blame out. He's like, come get me, guys. Where's his team? Oh, he didn't have a team. But oh, John's gonna come in, but immediate Kraken buff. In fact, John is in a lot of trouble. He turns on the blade mail. Nubik's got the Mask of Mana. Here comes Extreme. The Requiem's gonna come in. Nubik out of mana immediately, but he's gonna turn him into stone form. BKB's gonna prevent a lot of damage. Another Hokin's gonna come in. Oh, the Rav's gonna come in and hits on everybody. John's gonna be dead. Nubik's running away with no mana. Gal's gonna come in. Blink Ray's gonna get 1 kill. Extreme doing a very good job getting the kills where he can. Another 2-for-2 trade, and they're gonna just go for the Mega Creeps on the top lane. This is the last set of racks. Anti-Mage full health. Still has the Mana Void available. There's a buyback. Comes in for the zip. Does he have the Hex? No, actually, he's got for the Lincoln Sphere, which will prevent the Mana Void onto him, which is pretty big. The Silence is going to go on the Anti-Mage, and Anti-Mage is going to be dead. They're going to go for a little bit more here. Russians are gay. Russians are dead. No, Russians not dead. Russians are gay, are dead. They seriously Extreme on the right side, but do they have to catch Blink 4 on the... Oh, yep, he's going to be dead. He didn't have Blink. He didn't have the BKB up, and he's going to just try to run towards the enemy team. Alright, so that was the team wipe for the Radiant side. And Dusa, all the meantime, is continuing to farm away. Checking on the last hit, yeah, she is, I cannot control. Maybe he did have Blink coming off cooldown, because when he got hit here, I saw the Blink Dagger was on cooldown for 3 seconds, so that could have been that it was off cooldown, or it could have been that he got hit, who knows. Yeah, so, actually, I was saying the Hex earlier, I wasn't convinced how strong it will be, because it really doesn't disable the biggest threat, which is the Requiem in the team fight. Eventually, the Hex is going to be important because it hexes off the Anti-Mage, and once you kill the Anti-Mage, that's where the bulk of the damage is coming out from the Dire side. But right now, I think Lincoln Sphere is ultimately the right choice, because we see these team fights being swung by a big Mana Void, and most of the big Mana Void, well, half the time is going to come from the Storm, half the time is going to come from the Dusa. So now this will limit the selection of that Anti-Mage, which, not too bad. I am surprised by the fact that Tidehunter has went for a Shiva's Guard, though. Normally you go straight up... Oh, that's a long zip. Normally you go for a straight up refresher, considering the fact that, you know, you need team fight. And we do see a lot of these fights where one Ravage just doesn't cut it. They definitely need two. Looks like we have a Heaven's Helper coming out from Sven, which actually is pretty good. BKB timers are running low. And if you shut down that anti-mage, that's where a lot of right click. Uh-oh. Nubik in a little bit of trouble. Are they going to hook him? They do have a TP in, but looks like the initiation's going to come in. They're going to focus on Techie. Are we going to Orca silence him? Oh, there's a storm. Ooh, the Ravage going to hit on pretty much everybody, but they can't kill Russians or Gay. Anti-Mage blinks back out. John's going to try to hook him out. The block from the Storm Spirit, completely unintended. Force Staff going to try to push him away, but they are going to lose John. Are they going to try to come back in and fight? Repel is actually going to block a lot of damage. Techie just throws his life away. I don't think even Storm was going to go for him, but hey, might as well suicide because the cooldown's fairly low. And right now, Radiant's actually holding. Unfortunately, there's still T1 towers up on the other side. But, I mean, T1 towers don't really matter. There is a healthy 20k goal lead, and the experience lead is actually non-existent. But we're going to see this goal lead pretty much dissipate pretty quickly. Because these money backs of the gold. Yeah, easiest right click of his life. One more. Wrath Nature's gonna do the job. Mid lane though. I did see one person teleporting in. Prophet doing work. Getting a TIE Hunter kill, which, I mean, any kill you get against a TIE Hunter is a kill that's gonna be delaying the Tide's farm. So that's pretty big. Meanwhile, Storm able to do halfway across map zips. Also, oh, a little bit of backdoor action coming in from Prophet. He's gonna be dead. Trading your life for a range Rax, not bad at this point in the game. I don't think he should make that play anymore though, because the more you make that kind of play, the less effective it will be, because they'll sense it coming and they'll start being prepared for it. Also, I was checking on Omni Knight's item. Like, if he ever gets an Aghanim Scepter and gets his Aghanim's ult, that's pretty insane, because normally the big weakness of Omni Knight is that you can't actually get seen, or else you just get silenced, bash, disabled, and you're dead. Then you can pop off your ultimate, but you can actually just sit really far behind out of the fight and get your ult off, so that's pretty good. So I feel like the Dire is somewhat lost in terms of what they could do. And right now it's not a good time to be lost, because there is a lot of room for the Radiant to grow. I think the biggest item they could pick up is the Refresher. But obviously, if Medusa picks up Divine right now, and she's going to have Divine in like 100 gold, that's going to make it significantly more difficult to push into the high ground. And I don't think the Dire is going to get a lot stronger in a bit. I'm not sure why he's not... Yeah, there you go. Go for the kill. He's got the Yule Scepter, so you can wait for the Yule Scepter. Yeah. And then you Orc hit him. Oh, immediate though. He's got a regen as well. Ooh. What broke his Lincolns?
I'm over here.
I'm very surprised if somebody breaking Lincoln. Maybe it was... Oh, was the Silver Edge? No, it wasn't Silver Edge breaking his Lincolns. Who knows? Dude, look at this regen runes. It's like barely refilling Storm's mana. Yeah, so I think the Dire's best play is to wait for the next Roche. And then just, oh, what's going on? What's going on? Yo, I don't know if you want to do this. I don't know if you want to do this. Right clicks. Do they have... Oh! Damn. The Storm's in from the base, I imagine. Yeah, the Storm's getting Bloodstone charges. It's up to 19. That's almost a free buyback. I mean, once you get up to like 23, 24, 25, that is a free instant spawn. And there's a Divine. Alright. So 45 minutes in, Divine Rapier. Given that this is a 3-hour game, I hope he never sells a Midas. Because that's 150 or 190 gold every 100 second, man. That's a lot of farm. Of course, you do have to do the annoying, alright, move it off the courier, put it back on hero. But hey, you're going to be stuck in your base a lot of time, because they are about to have Mega Creeps. Alright, so Aegis goes on the Clockwork because Anti-Mage is maxed out. He's going to get Abyssal, I imagine. There's a cheese available as well. Shadowfin picks cheese? Who's going to pick the cheese? There's a Hex on the techies as well. So I think the Dire team is kind of quote-unquote all in on this one. Not all in the sense that if they lose this one, they lose them a game. But they're like, alright, we're going to spend all of our gold, we're going to get all of our big items, and then we're going to just go for and throw our bodies on that melee ranks. With that said, they should probably get the Abyssal Blade. Abyssal Blade would be a big part of their quote-unquote all-in. Storm has had a Hex for a while now, and really we don't see any big item. Ooh, point booster from the Sven. So Aghanims on him will increase everybody's base damage by the primary trap. No. The bonus damage is based on the base damage and the primary attribute of Sven. So Sven should get Strength item after this. So get a heart after this. That'd be pretty sick, right? You give your team like 200 extra right click damage, which really doesn't matter too much for anybody apart from Dusa. But remember what I said earlier, like one Radiant team's weakness is that they only have a solo carry in the form of Medusa. So kind of giving everybody what 150 to 200 damage is pretty impressive for the rest of the team. Like even the Storm right clicking will hurt. Alright, so I don't know what the plan is here. I think the plan is for the Dire team to distract on the bottom side. Alright, he's distracting. There's a self-fuel coming up, and Storms are being forced to right-click away. The Hex, I think, being blocked out by the Lincolns. And that was supposed to allow the Radiant team to, or the Dire team to go on the top lane to actually get the last lane of Rex. But lane of Rex is still sitting healthy. And still no battery. So I wonder AM feels the need to actually go for a butterfly first. Yeah, but as I said, the longer this game goes, the worse it is. Alright, they break the Lincoln with the Sprout. They have the Hex available. I mean, killing the Storm is nice, but killing the Storm is not the end-all be-all, considering the fact that he has a 19 charge plus now. So I honestly don't know what the plan is for Dire. They can't really Fireman and throw their bodies on this Rax, because there is Dusa ult, there is a Blink Ravage. Hard to actually break into this base. Oh, TP in coming in. I don't know about this. Clockwork Hook's gonna come in. The Rav's gonna actually come through, and they're gonna focus on the Anti-Mage. Anti-Mage taking a ton of damage. He's gonna get pulled in. The Requiem Soul's gonna come in, but unfortunately a little bit too late. The Dusa right clicks. It's doing so much work. Takes that Divine Rapier. There's a coming back alive from John. He's actually gonna have to hook. He's trying to focus on the Rax. Yeah, I'm not sure if focusing on the Rax is gonna do anything, considering the fact that it's gonna just regen. All right, so they traded 5 for 1, 6 for 1, because the Aegis was used, and they got about 200 damage on the Rex, and it's gonna regen. All right, they even use a cheese.
Radiant's middle tower is being attacked.
Yeah, I think they use. No, the cheese is on the Prophet. Yeah, I'm not sure about the TP into the base ROTK style, and that kill more importantly gives Tidehunter a bit of extra gold. I think we are going to see the frustrated Lumi, where the Dire team will repeatedly bang their head into the Radiant base and fail. Maybe. Alright, these bombs going to do a fairly decent job delaying. Okay, just kidding. They have a gem. Alright, here comes the Dire. They could get a lane of Rax. Ooh, these bombs. Gotta be careful, Tidehunter. Yeah, these Raxes, or the Dire towers are going to be going down very quickly. I'm not even sure whether they could defend the tier 3. Okay, yeah, minefields. This is where the Aghanims, and they'll back up. They'll smartly back up. The old TP coming in? Dude, respect your elders. I don't know, bruh. I don't know. He eats a cheese. He's trying to TP out, and that's a cheese down the drain. That's 500 gold as well. Alright. Alright, I'm gonna call that the ROTK count, right? They're just TP into the enemy team, throwing your life away. That's ROTK count 2. Early ROTK, like early on in the game, the ROTK move is good. You TP into the base, or not the base, behind them. You pop the Blade Mail. You know, the Blade Mail actually do a lot early on, and that's great. Late game ROTK, pretty much a game throw. By the way, ROTK is going to Team LGD for anybody that cares. That isn't to say that the Dire team doesn't have any room to grow. Like, you know, you could trade one of this out for Butterfly, probably get rid of Blink Dagger for Butterfly, maybe get a Hex, for example. There's room to grow. You can start buying new PKBs. There's that. But I'm surprising that this Anti-Mage, like, he held so much gold in that push. Getting a Abyssal Blade would not help him survive, but I mean, if he got a Butterfly, that would have helped him survive. So he's got Butcher Travel now, this last slot. And then he gets the another 4K. Like, what is he saving to? Oh, he just bought a new BKB, which is fair. He needs a BKB against the Storm. So I think the play here for the Dire team is to force a Dusa ult, disengage, blink in BKB, and hit the racks. And they have to do it before this Omni Knight finishes eggs, which, never mind, he's already got the eggs. So, depending on how the fight's gonna go, if I'm the Omni Knight player, I just say, you know what? I'm not gonna ult for anybody except my racks. Well, I guess I ult for Dusa, right? If Dusa's gonna get focused, you ult for her as well. Oh, Sven. Sven's also gonna finish her Aghanims relatively soon. You wanna play to win or defend? I think those two are very synonymous, right? You're playing to win and you're defending. Because this game's Defense the Ancients. Maybe he's a new Dota 2 player, so he doesn't know what Dota stands for. I keep hearing this like rocket sound animation. You see this? That's not my mic going off. It's just like the rocket flying in the air. It's like a sound bug. I think Prophet, if he's gonna make the ROTK play, he needs to have a BKB as well. That's another kill. Alright. Bloodstone charge. Okay. Bloodstone charge. Oh! Oh, the clockwork hook! Oh my god, you see this? It's like... Oh, that's like too short. And the bug? He's got the hook too out. It's like, that's a Chinese hook. Oh man. Barely. Barely. Falling short. Aha! Alright, now we're seeing the Radiant defending some base, and now I'm gonna just leave this on last hit because, you know, seeing last hit is more important. So, I remember saying something a long time ago, and this was when, you know, well, I still don't know a lot about Dota, right? But imagine me casting 5-6 years ago where I knew next to nothing about Dota, right? In Chinese games versus Chinese games, a situation like this would happen quite frequently because games tend to go for 80 minutes where one team has lost 1 or 2 racks and you know, they're just defending the base. And then the argument I would say is, all right, this is actually better for the team that has lost the racks because they are farming waves, and granted these waves are earning them half the gold, but Dire is farming no waves at all because they're never hitting a creep. And then I never really stopped to think, well, if the Dire team is smart, which back then they weren't really smart. If the Dire team is smart, they could be farming the entire map, farming all the Ancients, farming all the neutral camp, farming the jungle. Then you make much more gold than these half lane creeps. But back in the days, the Chinese team rarely farmed because they really prioritized on not getting picked off. So they moved around the map as a pack of 4 or 5, and that's not how you effectively farm the map. You kind of have to split up and farm the map every minute, kind of clear out all the camps. And that's where you really get ahead in terms of the gold count. And I don't think the Dire team right now, in this case, is farming that efficiently. I mean, they're farming a little bit here and there, but they're giving up a lot of kills as well. So you can see that logical argument, or maybe quote-unquote the illogical argument, of losing racks, but slowly coming back in terms of just throughout, just out-farming the enemy team, because you're hitting more creeps, more lane creeps at least, than the enemy team. With that said though, they also have gotten, what, like 8-9 kills in the past of 10-15 minutes, so that helps too. Alright, so question is, what are the next items for everybody? It looks like Yusa's going for Satanic. She is an agility item, or agility hero, excuse me, so an item that takes advantage of the Satanic is, or here, sorry, agility hero taking advantage of lifesteal is pretty effective. Sven is gonna finish his Aghanim, so that's pretty nice. And then what? Aghanim's already finished on Omni Knight. Still no refresher on Agao? I mean, we got time, right? Like, he's just hanging out. Unfortunately, he's not actually gaining any gold. Like, because he's giving the gold to the rest of his team. You're always gonna give the gold to Dusa. I think the Storm actually should stop farming. I mean, he could farm for another item, but there's really no impact, no item that he could get right now that's as impactful as a refresher on Tide. So I don't see you should give Tide farm, but I'm not sure if they're thinking too logically, considering that this is a very awkward situation that you've never really seen. So he's dropped an item. What did he drop? He dropped flats. No, he's got the flats. He's dropped the Battle Fury. Okay. I guess that's fair. I'm not sure though. There is quite a bit of illusions on the dire side. Let's see. Alright, so correct me if I'm wrong. This is a very old game mechanic from Dota 1. So, in Dota 2, Guardian Angel, it says grant immunity from physical damage, right? Yeah. In Dota 1, how it was coded was it gave all your allies 99999 armor. But there are some ways that you could do physical damage. Oh, blow the mines! Oh, wrecked! Alright, he immediately respawns. He actually could have just gone back there. Alright, so Storm, gotta rethink that situation. Oh, down to, he lost 9 Bloodstone charge from that, so. Alright, it's a minor victory, I would say, for the Dire team. Yeah, so how Dota 1 was coded, Omni Knight Ultimate gave 999 damage, or 999 armor. So I want to say that you could cleave, you could attack a target, and the main target won't take any damage. But the cleave units will take damage, because the cleave unit is, armor does not block cleave. So, or it doesn't reduce cleave. So I want to know what the interaction here, like, is it coded in a way where even the cleave damage is ignored? I do want to say that's the case. What if you glaive, right? If glaive, it should blade, does it block the extra damage? It's physical damage, but it's also pure damage. I don't know. Like, I should know this, but I don't. Alright, they're gonna go on the Sven. Not sure if you want to do that. Sven's very tanky. He's also got evasion. I honestly don't know how the Dire team is gonna break that last Rex. Like, it's gonna take a miracle buyback, and here we go. The Blink Sun's gonna initiate the BKB. The hook's gonna miss. If you're Dire, you're like, I got a BKB out for exchange of a dust. We'll take those. Prophet honestly should get a Hex. Or a Manta, actually. One thing the Dire team, I was gonna say, one thing Dire team would try to do is just Manta and send like illusions into these melee Raxes. But Dusa will mop it up very quickly. I honestly don't know what the Dire team could do. And I distinctively remember this game. Very similar game. It was like Sniper holding the base for like 2 hours on the Radiant side. And there was a Klinks that would just windwalk up to the Raxes non-stop and just essentially throw away his life. And that's exactly what I meant about like pubs back in the days, or a lot worse than pubs than today. Like, people are smarter. Hooking on the top lane here, and they're gonna push the Dusa back. Yeah, they're gonna push him back. Is anybody hitting the Rax? John's taking a ton of damage. He's popping the Blade Mail. He's trying to run away, but, well, the Rax lost about 200 HP. Are they actually hitting tier 4s? Yeah, they are hitting the tier 4s. And Anti-Mage will go back out. It's actually not the worst trade. Okay, the Rabbit's gonna hit one. They're gonna Hex on Russian's Gate. Russian's Gate taking a ton of damage. Requiem Soul's gonna come in, and they're gonna use the Guardian Angel on the top lane. I think the Guardian Angel's doing a very excellent job of protecting that Rax. Agal's trying to run away here. Extreme trying to get the kill. Guardian Angel will run out very quickly. One race. It'll blink away. Oh, nice blink here. Back and forth, so blink. And the Rax is really being exposed. Anti-Mage blinks back up. And right now they're focusing on the Shadow Fiend on the bottom lane. They don't really care. And they bring it down to about 400 health. Unfortunately, they use a ton of resource. They use Aegis. I think they have... No, they use Aegis on the Anti-Mage. And he's going to go with Divine. Divine's got to be the worst item you can get here. Well, not the worst. Because, you know... How can you say no to 250 damage? I think Butterfly is very much so necessary. Oh, Blink BKB, they're gonna get the last set of Rex! Congratulations, you have got Mega Creeps. Unfortunately, Mega Creeps literally means nothing against the Dusa. I mean, the Dire team, I feel like, keep defending. Like, this techie thought they won the game, right? Like, unfortunately, like, they're not even close to winning the game. I think getting the tier 4 earlier was much more important than getting this melee Rex. Though the Dire team might think that getting the melee Rex is more important. Getting the throne is what ultimately wins the game, and Dusa is the most important throne ever. Now looks like we're gonna see a Monkey King bar against the evasion that are essentially gonna come out. Well, actually, there is not much evasion. There is a Butterfly and Shadow Fiend, and there is yeah, that's it. And right now, the game is bugging out because we are at a long enough time where, well, right now we have Goku Storm just hanging out. That's pretty cool. He looks alright. New Immortal? Actually, this will be a shitty Immortal, right? Like, it looks cool for 5 seconds, and then you're like, Imagine you're playing this, and it's just like constantly zapping. You just want to sell the bottle? I don't think the bottle is going to do you any good. Alright, now Dusa is just, is Dusa getting the farm? Alright, they're gonna give it to farm. They're gonna farm the Sven a bit. Dusa just finished double Divine and Satanic, and I think he sold his Manta's Eye. Which selling the Manta's Eye? Why are you pausing? Come on. Look at the Seek part. This game's not even close to being done. That's a hilarious part. Alright, we're still here for a while. We're 60 minutes in. We got 2 more hours of this stuff. We're starting to see that Dota 2 is starting to have a little crack. Alright, I'm gonna check my phone real fast because my girlfriend's at the gym and I have to pick her up after this game. I was like, she's like, oh yeah, you could just cash your Dota game and I'll be at the gym. I'm like, you do recognize this is a 3-hour game? She's like, yeah, that's fine. I'll go swim, I'll do some weights, and I'm like, alright. I'm making sure that she's okay. She's updating me that she's currently swimming, so things are going out well. I just got a message that somebody's asking me to play some Dota, but unfortunately, oh, there's a RTK attempt number 4. Attempt number 3 was good, got the racks. Number 4, not so much. I think the patience is already running thin. You know, by the way, I love these type of games. You know what? I would give anything to be in that Omni Knight shoes. I don't want to be the Medusa, right? I don't want to be the guy that hits a creep all the time. I want to be the guy that seems to be unimportant, but to me, Omni Knight is the most important person. Like, Guardian Angel is like the ultimate stop sign when it comes to base siege. So, yeah. And you know what? As long as I don't get abandoned for not hitting, like, you need to get experience every 3 minutes, or else you get abandoned. So just, you know, peek your head up in one out of every wave, and then yeah. You could even get what should we call it? If you're afraid that you're gonna get picked off by an anti-mage by like moving up too far, you could get Shadow Amulet and just like Shadow Amulet and just stand there and get experience. But yeah, I think Storm shouldn't be farming anymore. It should be the Sven, and honestly, it should be Omni Knight. This Omni Knight should always have buyback. Do we have double Ravage yet? We still don't have double Ravage. Come on. Honestly, Dusa shouldn't farm anymore. Dusa's maxed out already. But you know, when you're in this situation as a Storm, you're just gonna keep farming because it's so fun to zip around. Uh-oh, somebody gonna get picked off? Dude, this is like, is he gonna be bugged for the rest of the game? I guess until he dies, right? He just dropped his X. Oh no, he didn't drop it. He swapped. All right, base defend for a bit, and we're gonna see the gold graph, I imagine, creep up slowly. It's plateaued a bit. All right, but yeah, the Dire team should just make the best of a situation, a bad situation, which is to farm every creep. And by the way, take bounty runes. Bounty runes, especially it goes late, are starting to be worth like 200 gold per pop. Yeah, that's a lot of gold. I mean, if you're a prophet, you should be like making treants and just send them all over the map and start farming it. Because why not? Like, just increase your GPM. It sure beats TP into base pointlessly and dying. So this is where you like think about, alright, I'm gonna have a farming set of items and a fighting set of items. So a farming set of item will be a Battle Fury, for example, for Anti-Mage. Like Battle Fury, like Anti-Mage dropping his Battle Fury, slow down. Well, first of all, he will cut the trees and get out. And second of all, he will increase his farm quite a bit. If it's just like there. Let's see how much this is worth. 182. Alright. That's like an ancient cap right there. Well, not so much. Maybe like a little bit over half an ancient cap. Techies now. Wish she's not playing techies. I don't know. Techies always. Techie players are just like a special breed. Which, by the way, earlier I was talking about how Aoi. If you don't know, AUI obviously got kicked from BG after winning the TI, which, you know, not sure. Well, I do know the reason why, and I'll talk about that in a bit. But yeah, he has this petition where it says like remove techies from pub games, and then he wins TI, or he didn't win TI with techies, but a large reason why EG won TI is because CDEC had to spend a ban every single game on techies. Yeah, Ali, pretty important player for EG. So the reason that EG has kicked Ali, I believe, is because they rather play with RTZ. And you might be saying, dude, you just won the best tournament ever. You just won the biggest tournament ever. Your team's perfect. Why do you need to change? And I'm not. This is not me putting words into EG's mouth. This is kind of me just thinking that maybe EG just feels that in order to compete, like they're not complacent. They won TI5. They're not like, all right, let's just, you know, rest and TI6, whatever. Let some other team win it. They want to win TI6 too. And in order to win the TI6, you want to make your team stronger and better. So even though they just won TI with Ali, maybe they feel that RTZ give them a stronger and better chance to win the next TI. Obviously, it's gonna force them to shift their roster a little bit. Fear is gonna play support now. RTZ is gonna play carry, and Sumiel is gonna remain on the mid position. So it's gonna work out there for them. But yeah. To me, Ali. I mean, Ali's my friend, so I'm a little bit biased. I feel really bad for him, but. In Ali's position, like, I'm also not, well, you can't be too terribly sad for somebody that just won more than $1 million after winning TI5, right? The way I see it is like, alright, you win TI, you're a TI champion now. You have a whole bunch of, like, once you're a TI champion, you just get these, like, certain perks, right? Like, you turn on your stream, and you get more viewers. Like, that's a perk, right? You post, you immediately double your Twitter followers or something like that. And then you just, oh, Necrobooks. Alright, hey yo. That's the item to help push. Like, the thing is, Necrobook just doesn't do anything. I'm surprised, like, Huang isn't just guarding Angeling. Oh, Courier got right. Alright. I'm surprised he isn't using Guardian Angel just to heal the tier 4 tower. It is very, very risky. Maybe you wait to the fact that you get Refresh Orb, and he is building to a Refresh Orb. Alright, so you just Guardian Angel, you keep a Refresher at the ready, and you heal the tower. I know you only heal like what? It's very little. He buys a Midas. Alright, Tyhunter says this game is going long, so let's get Midas. Which we're only 70 minutes in the game. There's still like 2 more hours for this Midas to pay off. And Dire is starting to like put the chokehold, but Nubek is being the tower that protects the tower. And this tower is the strongest of all tower. Alright, Moonshard, this is where Moonshard was designed to do, right? The ultimate late game item, build slots. And everyone's defending the base. They're kind of choking in. Alright, they hit the tower for a bit. Gotta kill the range one. But these are not without a cost. Oh, they're gonna hook right in. John's gonna cog onto 2, and they're gonna focus on the Rex. Tier 4 being focused. Where's the Guardian Angel? Not being used just yet. Huang, use your Guardian Angel. Gotta use the Guardian Angel. Still not using it. Well, Castusa is just killing everybody. Tier 4 now, Guardian Angel. It's gonna break up the Tier 4 damage. Respect to Elder trying to right click, dude. The landmines. Oh no, the Guardian Angel was still on it, and Techie's in a lot of trouble. Techie's gonna try to suicide. He's got the Hex. Well, they're gonna get the kill. Tier 4 tower is still alive. Huang protecting the base. And on the back line here, his teammate's gonna go back in. John really slow thanks to Scotty, and he's gonna go down to Nubek. Yeah, Dire is finding out that Guardian Angel is the real deal, and they cannot break base. And guess what? Everybody's dead for quite a while. If you're Dusa, you're drawing an arrow down the mid lane, and you're just gonna go. Dusa's in the base. She's not going. I don't know why she's not going, but she's not going. And that's what with them without having the Moonshard. So yeah, Moonshard's gonna make this a lot worse. Oh, the tower! It's a 41 HP. They also didn't glyph for that, which I found somewhat curious. Should have and could have glyphed for it. I wonder how long it will take for Dire to realize that the most important hero on the Radiant side right now isn't the Dusa. Like, it's actually Omnia. And they're just afraid. I mean, I think you have a lot more leeway. Like, this tier 4 tower honestly means nothing. For a second, I thought Huang's gonna just deny it. Yeah, the tier 4 doesn't mean anything. In fact, the tier 4 is actually just worse than a Ancient, because the Ancient will regen, right? Because this, like, damage property of the tower doesn't actually do anything. How are you gonna win this? Oh my god, this is so funny. The techies, like this. Okay, oh, that's cool. And he immediately responds, no problem. Yeah. So this is normally Techie's game, right? Like the Radiant team is winning. Like you're playing against Techies, you're winning so hard, but you can't push because Techie's got mines everywhere. It's got minefield signs up the wazoo, and you just can't do anything. But this is the Radiant team is playing the Techies team. Like they want to fight. They ain't pushing. Staying in the base. Gotta make sure they're getting experience though. Alright, Moonshard eats the Moonshard. Alright, let me see the attack speed. Casually working with what's the damage? Alright, once he's next to a tie, he's got 700 damage plus damage. So it's working with 982. No, sorry, 882. And then Sven gives 100% extra damage, so he gives his team 85 more damage. Yeah, he's close to hitting 1,000. Oh, this is Super Saiyan 2. He's got a ball next to him right now. Oh, okay. These Necrobokes are now increasingly feeding some gold. So checking out the gold graph, it's still not at 0 yet. There will be a time where this game's at a 0. Oh, yeah. Okay. Trying to get this tier 4, which unfortunately the tier 4 also means nothing. The Dire team, like this is not how Dota's meant to be played. I don't think IceFrost sat down and drew it up like this. Like, alright. Imagine a tier 4 towers regen. Imagine if this Omni Knight Guardian for the towers. I honestly think he should. But maybe he'll wait. I'll get very disappointed if he doesn't Guardian once he gets refresher. Buys a gem. Techie's doing techie things. Techies is only the really thing that's moving this game forward, because there's a sense where like, alright, somebody's gonna go out the base. Oh, okay, never mind. Nubik, attack! Okay, alright. HP, 34 HP. And Nubik's gotta keep the base alive. Where's the Omni Knight? Yeah, Omni Knight should like randomly throw out heal bombs. Gotta get some gold somewhere, right? Alright, we're about to approach 1000 CS. Oh! Alright, gotta see T4 Tower, which again literally means nothing. I mean, it means something like they got like 1,000 gold, like whatever. Alright, there we go. That's a refresher. Holy fuck. That took a lot. Honestly though, I don't think they even need a refresher to win these fights. They just need to make sure they have 10 buybacks. So let's switch over to buyback counter. Only Dusa has it. Which honestly, only Dusa need to have it.
The seeds of fortune.
Alright, Mega Creeps being held, and they're letting Ty farm, which is good. And Nubek should just hug the base and just hang out. Also, if you're Harang, you should just repel yourself. Dusa's not important. You are the most important Super Saiyan 2 Storm Spirit. I didn't think he could glow any brighter, but hey. Maybe every time his Bloodstone goes off, he just glows brighter. Alright, Anti-Mage now farming the base. Alright, let me quickly check what item everybody's got. I'm beginning to regret casting this game. When I saw this replay on Reddit, everyone was like, alright, there's a 3-hour game going on. It's hype. And then I was like, alright, I'm gonna cast this game. 1 hour and 15 minutes in, I'm like, I don't know. I could still quit while I'm ahead, right? I could just be like, alright, Radiant's gonna win this game. There's no way Radiant doesn't win this game, right? Because how is Dire gonna win this game? Right? How is Dire actually gonna win this game? I can't see them winning this game. Although this is the funny thing about Dota pubs. Like everybody's so bad, quote unquote, that you just don't know what's gonna happen. Like somebody's gonna just randomly get picked off, you know? Somebody's not gonna have buyback. Uh-oh. Yo, he's gonna get Hex. No problem. He's tank. He's got 3k health. He's got Mask of Madness. I'm not sure if he wants Mask of Madness. Huang is, I believe, speaking Russian. Yeah, I think Dusa's figured out that he doesn't need farm anymore. Give this Ty some farm. Yeah. Storm's also giving Ty some farm. Oh, come on, Storm, don't last it. I thought you were helping him to hit them low. This Storm looks so funny. Alright, there's a double 9 with the Anti-Mage. Are they gonna go for it with this DD? He will BKB off this DD. I think he just sold his butterfly. Or did he sell it? He dropped it. What's on the courier? It's a cheese and a couple of wards. It's very important for Dusa to now buying wards for the team. Put sentry out. Okay, they're really gonna go for it. I'm not sure. The Cock didn't really help him out. And Dusa ults and it's gonna right click. Immediately 2 people dead. Extreme trying to ult, but there's a 3rd person dead. Anti-Mage's gonna come in, but the 4th is dead. Oh, they're gonna try to go blow up on the Anti-Mage. Okay. I think the Ravage, or sorry, I thought the ult was about to go off. The Mountain Void, that would have done a frick ton of damage, and he just died in 2 hits. Okay. Oh, I needed to see how much damage he gets when Warcry is on. So, Dire team casually throwing off, giving a 5 freebie kills. Yeah, I actually don't know. Like, if this Dusa never leaves the base and just sit here, I don't think they could lose. Like, maybe I could envision some world where you chain hex literally. Like, you need to hex the Omni Knight, and then you need to hex the Tide, and then you need to kill Omni Knight. You also need to hex a Dusa because she's got the Stone Gaze. I don't see it. Obviously, it's like regenerating 3 HP per second. It's like fine. Yeah, this Fen's starting to right click too. I do not know, sir. So another way that you could play this, I imagine being in a very similar situation in a game like this where we stabilize, right? Stabilize in the sense that we've lost our base. Our fucking base is dead. But we stabilize because the throne's still alive. But we're playing against the techies. So the way that the Dire team played was they basically put like 2 in 1 lane, 2 in 1 lane, and 1 in another lane. And they basically just shoved the lane in all the time. And we didn't have a Dusa that had 2 divines, so we weren't clearing creeps that quickly. So the creep wave will just slowly poke in once in a while. And what the techies did was he just put like a huge minefield. And eventually, like, it's basically, we were pressured in our base for like 20 minutes straight. And when you're pressured into your base 20 minutes straight, hold on. It's gonna get focused, but I don't know about this. Yeah, you think about what you did there. Storm? Where's the Storm? Storm just tapped out. He's not even watching. Storm could have got a kill there. How you win, techie ass? You easily win by frustrating the opponent to death, right? That's how you win. Yeah, this is actually a very good time for me to talk about some flaws of Dota, because this game, although one of the rarest case ever, is exemplifying one of the flaws in Dota. There isn't any strong enough game mechanics, in my opinion, that moves the game forward. I mean, you could argue that creeps will grow bigger in size and stronger in numbers. I do want to say that even there's a limit to that. I don't think creeps will just keep growing endlessly. Which they make it should, but obviously, like, for 10,000 Dota games, maybe for hundreds of thousands Dota games, there's only one game that ever reaches this space, right? So maybe you say, all right, that's not a moot point, but there's not any driving mechanism that just ends a game. For example, like, if you guys play any of the trading card game, Hearthstone or Magic, right? In Magic, it doesn't matter if the game goes on for like 50 turns, right? That's a long game. Most games end in like 10, 12, 13 turns, depending what format it is. Standard games end in an average of 9 to 10 turns, I think. Or is that a little bit longer? Let's just say 9 to 10 turns, right? But even if the games don't end in 9 to 10 turns, there's a rule in the game that says if a player that has no cards left in their deck, they just automatically lose. Like, there's a finality to the game, right? So in Hearthstone, similarly, once you run out of cards in your library, you don't lose outright, but you start to take damage. So for the first card you draw after you run out of your library, you take 1 damage. The second card, you take 2 damage. So it just progressively ramp up where you just take so much damage and you just die. Look how bright the storm is. In Dota, there is none of that. Like, right now, this Dusa, like, if they don't play smart, or if they don't play dumb, right? If they keep buybacks, if they like to the limit, to human limits. They could sit here all day, all night long, and this game would go on to the end of time. Like, I don't think that would ever happen, right? That would be a funny thing, right? Just make the longest game of Dota ever. Like, you're not even trying to win. You're trying to just drag the game out long. And I'm not even talking about, like, casually 3 hours. I'm talking about, like, 18-hour long, right? How do you feel, 80-minute techies? Oh, this is for the Robins. I love it. I love it. I mean, alright, what is the most swingy thing that the Dire team would do? Right? The Dire could all get Moon Shards on all 5 of the heroes. That's one thing. They could all get Necro 3s. That's another thing. They could all get Dagon 5s and Refresh Orbs. All of these items are items that you could like kind of swap on and off on your courier and do stuff with. But obviously, I don't think the players are gonna think like that. Like, tell me when you're gonna push. I don't think they're gonna push. There's no hurry. There is a lot of things stopping from the push. The threat of a backdoor, that's a big stop sign. Techies, that's a big stop sign. I want to put knife in your chest. Hello. This is so funny. But that's a courier. No, that's Dire's courier. Alright, so there's another flaw in Dota. Not a gameplay flaw, but kind of just a flaw that... Okay, when I think of really, really great games, the best games of all time, Dota's really high up there in my list for the fact that it has so much strategy. They're pinging out the shit out of Storm. The Storm doesn't care. Forces the BKB back. Alright, we might actually see a fight, so I'll talk about my game theory shit in a bit. Because, guys are kind of encroaching into the space of the Radiant team. Buyback check. Everybody except Huang has it, which he's saving for... I actually haven't seen him next to a creep for a bit. He's got to be careful. He might get abandoned. Because he's not getting any experience. Yeah, he needs to walk up here and get experience. Alright, he's not doing that. I actually don't think he'll abandon, but you know. Could happen. Because 3 minutes is a long time to not get any experience. There, he just got some experience. Alright. This is trying to drag the creep wave. Alright! Alright, they're gonna siege! They got no damage! And they're like, this is 400 gold, holy crap. These Necrobooks. Necrobooks are not gonna do it if you send in 1 pair at a time. You need to send all 5 pairs at once in all different directions. And you need to fight. You can't just use Necrobooks and expect that to win the game. Oh, okay. Gonna go on the tide. The Cogs not gonna go on the right side. John is actually trapped. And here we go. The fight's gonna break out here. John the Ravage number 1's gonna come out. Is anybody gonna backdoor? They're gonna try to backdoor. Dusa is protecting the base. The Ravage is gonna go on Techie's. Techie is he gonna get focused? Bring it on the back. There is gonna be a kill on the Storm. Storm's gonna come in here, gonna get another kill. Bloodstone charge going. And looks like this oh. Shadow Fiend is gonna go down as well. Is anybody backdooring? Nobody's backdooring. And the base is gonna regen. Very well played by the Radiant side. Dusa is standing, you know what? I'm the tier 4, I'm the new tier 4 tower now. Dude, he's going more! He's going, or I think he's going the same amount, but there's a huge trail on him. Holy crap. I'm expecting the Storm to be like the freaking sun at the end of this game, right? This is already hilarious. Alright, oh shoot. Divine Rapion Sven. I think Divine Rapion Sven is actually the wrong item. Because, alright, so 350 damage, that's a lot. But God Strength is what gives you more damage in the late game. And more importantly, because you have Aghanims, God Strength gives you your team damage, but it gives you damage based on your team's attribute. Or based on your own primary attribute, which is Strength. So I think if you get a heart, sure you will do significantly less damage for yourself, but first of all, you'll be much tankier, and not dying is a big part in this game. And secondly, I just heard a whole bunch of bombs going off. And secondly, what was I saying? Oh yeah, Aghanims giving your team a little bit more damage is, maybe that's not that important. Alright, maybe I take it back. I mean, you do have a Daedalus. Daedalus allow you to crit pretty hard, so maybe Divine Rapier is the right item. And Divine Rapier clears creeps, right? You're leaving, so there's that. This allows the Dusa to go out because Sven now by himself is a good enough crew clear. Right, so now techies will finally get the answer of how you win. Which is, now you go out the base and push. He gets Hex, but you can't really tell that he got Hex, right? Right. Oh, somebody's gonna try to backdoor coming in. They're coming in right now, trying to backdoor. They're throwing everything on the Sven, but Sven's tanky enough. He's gonna get hexed up. Right now, the Reducer's right-clicking for a lot of damage. Anti-Mage blinks back out. There's a suicide, but that's it. Meanwhile, the base, well, it took about 100 damage. Well, there's that. Was any buyback forced? No, no buyback was forced. Storm's gonna zip out. He's gonna have TP in a bit. Uh-oh, Bash? Where's the Abyssal? Oh, he didn't have it. And there you go, refresher. So, well, he can't really Guardian because there's no point anymore. There's no like, imagine if this tier 4 was still alive. You just keep guardioning it, and eventually it's like a full HP tier 4 tower, and suddenly the team is like, the Dire team is like, oh my god, how are we ever gonna win this game? All right, so Dire just got a glimpse of how Radiant's gonna win this game. And unfortunately to me, I do not have a glimpse of how Dire is going to win this game. And normally I would be theory crafting of like, oh yeah, you do like TP to base and you do Necro books. I just don't think it's possible. Maybe if Techie switches up his build, because one of the often forgotten thing about Techies is that he's got a 700 attack range. So if you just like go Mjolnir, Divine, Mjolnir, Divine, Hex, and Boot to Travel. Maybe? Yeah, that's actually not too bad. That's actually not bad at all. But that's like a lot more gold than he has. And he's not farming, you know. You can actually farm every wave by just throwing a mine. Landmines are blowing up. They are blowing up. Would this patch of mine blow up? I don't know. I don't know if some. Well, if it actually comes into it and he gets a kill, that'll be pretty big because it's late game. But yeah.
We may forget Radiant's career,
Radiant's career,
but we'll never forgive it.
Where did it die? I'm not sure. Have the Dire team been taking a bounty runes? I'm not really haven't been paying attention, but they should. They have a profit. It's very easy to pay, and now the map is starting to. There's a random flare over here. I shouldn't be here. There's random half a cog. I wonder if we're gonna see fire rain down from the skies. Yeah, so I was getting to. There's another thing that I really dislike about Dota. Oh no, RTK attempt number 6. What is that about? Trying to create space for this anti-mage? But Deuce is already on it. He's gonna BKB and walk back out. He's fine. He's fine. So one thing I love about Dota is that it has so much strategy, so much different combination, and a hallmark of a true great game, in my opinion, is that Dota is a different game when it's being played by pros, and compared to being played by myself, and being played by these 10 players in the game, and being played by 2 or 10 new players in the game, right? It's the same game. It's the same game of Dota, but on every different level, the game it plays out so differently, and you see so many different strategies. And as we see the game getting more and more competitive at the extremely or high level, like it used to be that like SMY, Vanguard, these are poor items that are pub items. Dagon's was a pub item, but after a couple of patch changes, and after the fact, well, some of it is patch changes, and some of it's pros understanding from pub players, from pub play, how strong these items actually are, and they're utilizing it in their own lineup and own heroes, and they're doing it correctly. That the pub play revolutionarized the pro play, and vice versa. So to me, that's a hallmark of a very strong game, at least in the strategy level, right? To me, one thing I really, really dislike about Dota, well, dislike maybe this is a strong word, but I wish Dota would have, is some flavor. This game literally has no flavor. Like, if you think about it, like, why do these heroes fight? Flavor, by the way, it's like a term that describes game, like, why does this game happening? Like, is there some battle, a fierce battle throughout time? Oh, he's kind of afraid to go in. Ooh, he got stunned. Anti-Mage comes in. Oh, he's gonna be dead! And that's 30 seconds. Are they gonna go for it? I know 3-hour game is spoiling the fact that this push is not gonna work, but I mean, that's a opening right there. We'll see. They're kind of coming about it, but these Necrobooks are kind of just being fed. Okay, they're gonna focus on Anti-Mage. Can't even fight the support Sven anymore. Oh, Clockwork Hook's gonna miss, and they're gonna just clump around this throne. They understand that throne's the only thing that matters. 2k crits casually. BKB being used. Yeah, they're gonna just wait for Storm. Storm's alive, and Russians are gay. Oh, he's still alive right now. And Extreme, he's dead. Oh, he actually gonna pop his ultimate. No, he's not. John's gonna be dead. Nobody's focusing on the racks. And the base is gonna be defended again. So that was started with a Storm death for 30 seconds, and they did about 300 damage to the tower, and the tower's featured. Alright, back to my flavor talk. So Flavor is a game that Flavor describes a game that has a story behind it. It's not the focal point of the game, but for a person that understands the stories of the game, the flavor itself helps the game kind of elevate to another situation. So for example, Magic the Gathering is a card game known for its strategy and perhaps RNG and deep interaction, blah blah blah, and all that stuff. But on the back of that game, there is a very long-running, deep story about Planeswalker and the monsters they fight, and the individual triumph and failures they have, and each different block in each different set, each different year. There's new sets coming out, new cards, and all the cards have stories behind them. And for people that care about it, you know, they're like, all right, this card does this because of this story thing. For people that don't care about it, like us, we're gonna watch this base siege, and they're gonna focus on the Sven. Sven not gonna do too much, but Dusa's gonna come in and respect your Elder. It's gonna get 3-4 shotted. No, it's gonna invis up, and the base takes about 100 more damage without anybody dying. So there you go. Meanwhile, Dire has taken another T2 tower, and Stormsir remains a Super Saiyan 2. Has not leveled up his glowiness yet. Yeah, so, which ultimately makes me wondering, what the hell is the flavor of Dota? Is there a flavor of Dota? You have two factions that are fighting against each other, and essentially no hero is loyal to any faction, right? You're just like, alright, Sven is on Radiant this time, and Dire is gonna be on Dire next game. There's really no story, there's no character. I'm sure there are lores behind the heroes, but honestly, do we even care about the lores? Is the lore an indicative part of how a hero plays out? Like, what the hell is Ty Hunter's lore? I think he has something to do with Kunkka, but yeah. So I'm not gonna say this is a fault of Ice Frog or the people that designed the game, because when the game was previously designed, flavor was not a part of the design space, or not the design space, but was not something they care about. They just want to make a fun map that plays, 5v5. It was kind of alternate to Ladder in Warcraft 3, and they just want to make a map, and they ported in characters from the Warcraft 3 engine. And I guess if we want to take it back a step further, the Dota quote-unquote, the mobile genre came from a game called Aeon and Strife. I believe it's a map that came from StarCraft, right? So I'm sure there was no story there at all either. So it might seem like a small point to gripe on, but to me, as I'm playing, you guys are wondering what I've been doing a lot lately. I've been playing a lot of different games, and I'll talk about some of those games I've been playing later, because this game is just going. A lot of those games I really appreciate. Again, I love Dota for the mechanic and the strategy, but I think I would appreciate this game much more if there's more flavor. Like, for example, Lina and CM being sisters and they're angry at each other. That's a flavor. But that's a character flavor that has no interaction with their spells. So I'm just looking for a little bit more. Maybe I'm just asking for too much. I still love Dota, and I always want to play Dota. Dota is the only game that I have always came back to and played kind of, I want to say on and off, but mostly on for the past 6-7 years. Actually, it's more than that. I first started playing Dota when I was 18, and I'm 27 now, so close to 10 years now at this point. Yeah, for 10 years I've been playing Dota, and I don't think no other game has captured my attention and my curiosity and my brain power as much as Dota. I love games like Magic. For example, Magic I love to play. I love to play. But sometimes, I just don't play Magic for a year. Sometimes I drop it for 3-4 years, and then I come back in the game. Dota, if I don't play for a month, I don't feel good. So, alright, somebody dominated range creep. And that's a big creep to dominate. Helm of Dominator has been picked up. Okay, just buying the helm to dominate something. Hey, you got gold. It's like a creative way to spend gold. Alright, so lately I've been playing a lot of different games. So I've been talking about... oh, there's a Hex on Sven. I think right now, both teams are just playing. Like, Dire... Radiant is just waiting for the Dire team to run into the base and feed, right? And Dire, hopefully... Oh, is he Super Saiyan 3? I feel like he's glowing more. But he's been glowing for this much for like the past hour. I can't even tell anymore. My eyes is just like adjusted to this glow. And no, I think he's like Super Saiyan 2. Yeah, he's still Super Saiyan 2. Yeah, Dire is just playing this game for the sake of playing it. I think nobody's thinking about how to win anymore. They're gonna just try to hit creeps and farm, and maybe a situation will present itself where Dusa walks out and dies and buybacks and dies again. That would happen, but they're at the whims of the Radiant team. The Radiant team is in full control of this game, in my opinion. So that's why I'm kind of casually talking about what games I've been playing, because to me there's just no pressure in this game. Although I do want to see Dire making that pressure push. I talked with the techies, right? You're pushing us forward, but you don't ever go into the base, right? You just keep setting up mines on the back, and then you just kind of choke out the Radiant team. It's hard to do against a double Divine. How many Divines do we have in this game? Holy shit. Storm's got a Divine. Storm's got a Divine. What do you call it? Sven's got a Divine. There's double Divines here. No Divines on the Dire side yet. I actually like to see that Storm drops the MKB and go a Mjolnir. Because with the Radiance here, or sorry, with the range here without any ability to cleave, even if you have Divine, you don't actually attack that quickly. And having a way of doing some AoE damage apart from your overload, it's pretty decent. But that's how I see it. You have no trouble holding off base. So maybe having MKB is more important. Oh, we're seeing things blow up! Yeah, things are blowing up, the maps are blowing up, we're hitting the 100-minute mark. Oh, they're pinging it out. They're saying the map is blowing up. Alright, so a game that I've recently been kind of involving myself in a big way is Magic the Gathering, which is the reason why I brought up Magic as a comparison earlier to Dota.
Where's the party?
A new set has been released, I think about a month ago. So I've been playing a lot. It's called Magic Origins. It's going to be the last core set. I've been drafting a lot. And I'm getting pretty good at draft. At my local game shop, you spend $10 to enter the draft. And if you get first or second place out of an 8-man pod, Extreme going to be in a little bit of trouble. Cog's going to come in pushing Storm away. And Storm is going to get brought down. There's a lot of damage here. This Shadow Fiend hits very hard. Buyback immediately. Alright, this is exactly what the Dire team's waiting for. They need to draw a buyback. And if they kill him again, that's a long time with a Storm. They hex him again. The Ravage going to come out, though. We expect the Elder God to be in trouble. The second Ravage going to come out. And looks like the Anti-Mage is dead. Does he have buyout? Looks like we're going to see another buyout coming out now from the Dire side. I think it was a good play from the Radiant side getting the buyback, but I think they just kind of overcommitted. They just need to regroup, gather, make sure the BKB are ready to go, and then go for yet another Storm kill. But unfortunately, that was not the case. Also very surprised to see that Huang did not use the Guardian Angel. If you see your Storm getting health up, you just Guardian. Well, maybe you do it now, now that he doesn't have buyback. If you have buyback, maybe you're like, alright, my Guardian's more important than the buyback. Probably not. Probably not that important. Alright, so a Divine Rapier being picked up. I don't know what he dropped. The Bling Dagger has been dropped a long time ago. I'm not even paying attention to it. I don't like. Yeah, I don't think that works. They don't. They share cooldown, right? Did he just buy 6 in a row without checking? Yeah, okay. Wait. They may share cooldown, but they dominate individual ones. Oh, freak. Yo. So this is how you win. So if you have unlimited gold, you just have like an unlimited army of range creeps. And you just like march them down the middle. Yo, this is freaking hilarious. Oh my god, this is freaking genius. I never thought of this before. I've never seen this before. Holy fuck, this is hilarious. Oh, my neck is about to hurt. I've been sitting like the same way for like a minute. Guys, if you're watching this for an hour, everybody just get up, stretch a bit. Oh.
Move your wrists, move your neck a bit. Oh, my neck's. It's like been in the same position for like an hour. Like how this camera angle has been like on this Ancients for an hour. Alright, anyways. So at my local game store, we do Magic Origin drafts, which is you draft with 7 other players. It's an 8-player game. You pay $10 and if you get first or second place, you get the next draft free. So in theory, if you're good enough, you could go infinite. And I've been technically going infinite. I've been winning the last 4 drafts in a row. I've not paid a single cent. So I've been feeling pretty happy. And, you know, sometimes I rare draft. I tend not to, though. So I'm not getting really too much value, quote unquote, out of my opening booster packs. Oh, by the way, for those of you guys that have no idea how a draft for Magic the Gathering works, you open a booster of cards, right? You pick one out of the booster pack. And then you pass it to the person that's sitting on your left. And the person that's sitting to your right, he just passed you a booster with 1 card being picked out. And then you pick a card from that booster and you pass it to the left. And then you just do this until the booster pack is gone. And you do this for 2 more booster packs, so a total of 3 boosters. And then you build a 40 card deck, and then you play. So there's a thing called rare drafting, which you don't really care about winning the draft. You open a pack and you just pick out the card that was worth the most money. So sometimes I rare draft, but most of the time I just try to make sure I win, because that's what I care about the most. But I did open a foil hanger back worker, which for those of you guys that are following Magic the Gathering is worth like, I want to say like $30. It's quite a bit of money. Was it $20-something? It's definitely worth it's worth a meal or two. Alright, I'm gonna watch this dude. He's got 4 now, dominating. And this Storm is literally sitting on his base waiting out buyback. Which he has to be careful. Don't get abandoned. Oh, Storm jumps it forward. Anti-Mage just hang out. I like what Dire's doing more now. They're not just sitting back. They should be still farming the map, especially with like Prophet Trees, as well as like farming the neutrals and taking the bounty runes and etc. etc. Yeah, but they are losing out on the gold intake by a wide significant margin now. Uh oh, somebody's going on right now. Anti-Mage blinks in with this joint. Anti-Mage is kind of playing with death here. He does have the Aegis, but he's 1 hex away. And if this Storm ever has the balls to go hex it, he's dead. But obviously Storm is protecting his buyback, and he's out here without buyback for 2 minutes. Is the Dire team gonna do anything? No. Also, the I've seen that the Dire team is literally ward off the Ancients with 4 wards, trying to snipe a courier, I suppose. It's not a bad play. Oh. Oh, shoot! My god! Holy! Oh, he's also got a Moonshard. Alright, let's quickly do a Moonshard check. Alright, Deuce's got a Moonshard, obviously. Storm, no Moonshard. Sven's got one too. And that's it. Dire side. AM's got a Moonshard. Nature's Prophet's got a Moonshard. Shadow Fiend's got a Moonshard. Does Psyche have a Moonshard? No, he doesn't. Alright. Yeah, the Dire team has been feeding, like, these Necker books are starting to not really carry its weight. It's been giving a lot of gold to the Radiant side, but I'm not sure if the gold really matters. But looks like we're going to see a second Divine being purchased. I actually don't think the second Divine is necessary. Oh, looks like a Clockwork Hook has gone on the bottom side. They're going to focus on the Storm Spirit. Storm Spirit, Lincoln is broken. And we'll go back out. Gotta be careful. Can't die too many times. Extreme. Gonna get brought back out. I think Cheese just got paid. Oh, Blink back out. He's gonna get hexed. He's gonna get pulled. Storm's gonna come in right now, but what a hook here coming out, saving his ally. But John needs to get out of there. He's got Hex available. He's not using the Hex. Looks like the throne's being focused here. Guardian Angel's gonna come in, so the offense is done. And Respect the Elder is gonna try to run away. He does have Invis, but he's not using it. Meanwhile, on the backside, on the bottom line, did they actually get anybody just yet? They hex up Russian Orgay. And Russian's Orgay is dead. Mana Void getting dodged. AM's gonna go back away, and buybacks are spent, and nothing is done. The base is defended yet once again. I am curious at which point the Dire team decides to push. For example, right now is a good time for Deuce to leave the base. Ooh. Alright, Tidehunter dead. Gem is dropped. Is anybody gonna recover that? Are we gonna release this Torrent and Range Sweeps? That's another Divine. I mean, I honestly don't think that Sven needs more damage. I think Sven needs to survive in these fights. You saw how big that how much damage Shadow Fiend did to him in one hit. Although with that said, I believe there was a Divine drop. Who put up the Divine? So now Huang has Divine. Okay. So Divine, we have 6 Divines available. Soon to be more. Range creep count 1, 2. I can't even count this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Count the staff. 1, 2, 3. 4 range creeps. Yeah. Why are you not dominating more range creeps? I want to see this. Sorry, I just got a text message. Alright. Girlfriend's still at the gym. We're still doing alright. So what I've been doing, apart from Dota and Magic lately, is playing a ton of Hearthstone. Hearthstone just came out with a new set/expansion. It's called the Grand Tournament. And literally, actually, the expansion just came out today. I'm like, alright, expansion time? Or cast a 3-hour pub game. And I gotta say, with each and every passing minute, I'm saying, man, I should have played the Grand Tournament. Because there was some very interesting cards. I am a free-to-play player, though, so... Or, I did spend some money on the game, but I don't think I'll spend any more money on Hearthstone. So, for the next couple of months or weeks, I'm gonna just grind out packs and get cards that way. Which might actually lessen my enjoyment of the card. Because I'll see all these cards... other players playing with cool cards, and I'm just like, oh, I'm trying to get this common, and everybody's having rares and mythics and legendaries. But yeah, Hearthstone. There are parts of Hearthstone where I wish Magic and Dota is. The one thing I really appreciate about Hearthstone is obviously the game length is very short, and the fact that there is just no downtime. Like, if you stream Dota and you queue Dota, like there's like 6 to 10 minute queue time, right? And there's a draft if you play CM, and then the games are long. If you stream Hearthstone, a game's like not 2 minutes, like 5 minutes, sometimes shorter, sometimes longer, depending if you're playing aggro or control, what the matchups are. But you just queue up and you get to play. And once your game is done, you queue up another one and you get to play. That's something that Magic cannot do. You can play Magic online, but the UI is absolutely atrocious. I hope I'm not... well, I guess I'm offending some people by saying that, because the people that worked on the UI, I'm sure they put in a lot of tough work on it, but at least I personally don't think the UI is very good. And the nature of the beast is that, you know, you play in a tournament with 8 people, and you may finish your match very quickly, but you have to wait for all the other matches to finish. So you sit there for 80 minutes, or not 80 minutes, like 30 minutes. And if you're streaming that, well, like Magic streamers, they don't get a lot of viewers because, well, one of the reasons is because, like, you play 20 minutes of game and you wait 30 minutes of game, 30 minutes to play the next game. So it's just like, it's not a very fun streaming experience. Hearthstone is by far one of the most fun stream experience, because you jump in a game, you play, and you jump in another game. I've never watched any CS:GO stream, but I imagine the nature of that game is fairly similar. You go in, you play a ton, and then you leave the game and you get to queue again. So, and this is a complaint that I don't have a solution to about Dota. It's just the nature of the beast. You know, instead of queuing up one player against another player, you queue up 5 or 10 players to match your MMR, and sometimes they're partying, so that there's a different queue requirement and all that stuff. So I get it. It's difficult and it's impossible to do. There's a mine. Is this gonna scout the courier? Do they know where the courier is? Do they see it? They're not pinging it out. There's a Basher on the Prophet. Is Basher better than Hex? I'm not sure. I think Hex is better. Oh, he's getting both. Okay. Alright. How many Sacred Relic is in this game? So each Divine has Sacred Relic. So there's 6 Sacred Relic here. And then there is 1 Abyssal 2. There's 8 Sacred Relic being purchased. Well, although with that said, there's 4 Hexes as well. There's a fuck ton of ultimate weapons in this game. Alright. So apart from Hearthstone, I've been also playing a lot of real life games. So board games. I love board games. So the type of board games I personally like to play are what you call the Euro board games, which has quite less player-to-player interaction. It's all about like maximize, like the most kind of quintessential Euro board game, or I guess not the quintessential, but the board game that the Euro board game that I like the most, and the one that my girlfriend and I play the most, is called Agricola, which essentially you're a farmer in like the 1500s. And being a farmer in the 1500s is not an easy task. You're feeding your people. Your house is cold. You have to heat your house. You have to fill up your farm. You have to harvest. You have to have animals, and they breed, and you do a lot of different stuff. But you're barely keeping your family alive, and you have to have more people because more people means you have more action. So there's a lot of like maximizing actions and stuff like that. And the reason I love playing board games. Well, the reason I love playing games in general, like I could sit here and play Dota until the end of time, I guess. Probably not until the end of time, but I could sit here and play Dota all day. But I think as a gamer and as a person that just thinks about games a lot, which I do, it's very important to play different games and just compare game mechanics. And for example, like this mechanic is very interesting in this game. What are some interesting mechanics that will also work in games like it? So for example, I always compare mechanics from Hearthstone and looks like Prophet got killed. I compare mechanics from Hearthstone and Magic the Gathering a lot because they're sort of similar as a card game. This is like Roshan number 7 or 8 being taken down.
Immortality.
Yeah. So the reason I play a lot of games is I think about a lot of games, and maybe one day I want to design my own game, but I don't think I'm quote-unquote smart enough. Although I think designing board games or designing games in general is one of those things that it's not about how smart you are or how creative you are or how good you are in terms of coding. I think it's one of those things that you just have to do it. One of the things that people always ask me is like, hey Lumi, I want to be like, I enjoy your commentary. I want to also cast myself. You inspire me and all that stuff. Yeah, I just added the you inspire me in there just to make myself look better. They always often ask like, how do I start casting? Like, what programs do I need and all that stuff. I'm like, just do it. Just do it. Get a mic. It doesn't matter if the mic is good. It doesn't matter if you're not casting a pro match. Cast a friends match. Cast a pup match. Whatever. Cast a 3-hour game that never ends. It doesn't matter. Just cast a game. Get comfortable casting and learn from your mistakes. Like, for example, in this game, I learned that I'm not as good at filling gaps as I used to. I remember I used to cast at, like, there was this 2-hour pub game, and I was just pumped the whole time. Not gonna lie, I'm not sort of pumped right now because I'm waiting for a fight to happen, and literally there was not a fight for like the past 40 minutes. And these players are talking. This Storm Spirit though is still looking pretty sick. So one thing I'm learning is, one thing I'm always trying to learn with my cast is how to utilize my words better, because I say a lot, I kind of stumble a lot, and I backtrack a lot. It looks like Dire is trying to do something right now. Well, or not. Okay. They tried. Oh, okay, they're gonna go for it. They're gonna try to kill the Deuce. I'm not sure whether that's gonna work. And Extreme is taking so much damage. He's gonna pop the cheese. He's gonna eat one of the 4 cheeses he have. But does he know that cheese has a cooldown? I'm not sure whether he does. Meanwhile, there's well, John's gonna get blown up immediately. There's a buyback from Prophet, which buyback has no avail. And is this the time where the Radiance is gonna go? Alright, I believe so. I believe so. Everybody's dead for a long time, but oh god! Did they not see that? There's a Divine Rapier on the ground. Boom! Oh! Okay, that wasn't enough. Yo, that'd be so sick if he has another one. There's like a reverse heart over there. Are you just scared off? Or are you not gonna push? Yo, look at this with this ball of light. Oh, but he bought back, and the ball of light just go back and just look at this shit though. But that's a secret strat, right? They've never no one has ever done that in the history of Dota. All right, Storm buys back. He's like, I'm tired of doing this. You have no more mines. I'm gonna go. Techiso. Is that minefield sign? He's got a minefield sign. He's gonna go. Start setting up mines. Stasis everywhere. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Alright. Where's this torrent of rain troops coming? There's no not doing it. Still not doing it. Alright, Refresh Orb is available. They still have double Guardian Angel. I think him grabbing a Divine Rapier is literally a waste of inventory space because he should never be close enough to hit people. I don't care that he's got 3 Divines. You should just be going back and just, well, not. Well, if you have 3 Divine, maybe not. Are they kind of afraid? Ooh, that's a big creep. Ooh, are you blowing it up? Are you blowing it? He's gonna get stunned? Are you gonna get stunned? He's gonna afraid. He's gonna get hexed up, but there's gonna be another stun. Okay, everybody's stunned. He's got blink. He's fine. He's fine. He's fine. The mines are being blown up. They killed the TIE Hunter. All right. Meanwhile, on the back line here, Prophet's trying to do something. He sees him. He sees him. Use a Guardian. You gotta use a Guardian, but he's getting chain disabled. Can he survive? Is the question. He's gonna press on his ultimate. Use your ultimate. Use your ultimate. He did use his ultimate, but can he actually make it out? Right now, they're not in the best defensive positions trying to TP out, but he gets mini stun or bash or something. It looks like Sven is also gonna be dead. The Hulk's gonna get the kill there, and right now, the base is open. Divine Rapiers drop your 3 cheeses. There you go. Oh, there's multiple Divines on the ground right now. Okay. Divine is gonna get picked up the cheese. Can you pick up Divine? I don't think you pick up Divine. I think he's trying, but he can't. Alright, everybody, huddle back. Huddle back. Huang needs to use his Guardian Angel. Holy fuck. If he used Guardian, nobody dies there. But the critical thing is that Storm has utilized his buyback, and his Bloodstone charge is down very low. I think the Storm has not been being patient very patiently. Sorry, the Storm has not been playing very patiently, and as a result, the game for the first time in like 80 minutes looked like there is some ray of hope. Because the best way for the Dire team to win is what just happened. You lure them out of the base, quote unquote lure, right? By dying. Right? They come push, you kill them there. You force out a couple buyback, and you go to their base, and you kill them again. Looks like we're gonna see a little bit of initiation going on extreme. They're gonna come in, and Storm, he's gonna be dead for 60 seconds without buyback. Uh-oh, Storm. That is not the play. Nubek though, still standing strong. What is the Dusa answer? They're just, oh, they're Abyssal. That's not exactly the best chain time. He's got Repel, so he doesn't care. Necrobook being summoned. Alright, so. Alright, okay, is that it? Is that all you got? I think that's it. Maybe they're waiting for Prophet to come alive and then they do it. Yeah, I don't think this is gonna be the push. Dire do better back off, excuse me. I think this would have been a very good time for techies to start mining in the base, but looks like we're gonna see another hook in. John gets himself with the 2, but he's gonna die with the Divine Rapier. That's gonna give it to the Radiant team. Meanwhile, another Divine Rapier being dropped on the ground immediately. Sven being right-click on. Extreme though, he needs to run away. He doesn't have the BKB anymore. Dusa just sticking on him. He's gonna try to manify Satanic, but Satanic is barely out-regening Nubik, losing all of his mana. He's gonna get out right-click. No! Storm's gonna zip back in, and still our Guardian Angel has not even been used yet. How the hell is Dire gonna win this game? Guardian Angel, Stone Gaze, 2 Ravage, and not to mention 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Dude, when are they gonna unleash this horde of range creep? I'm just watching this game just for this. This is the most amazing effing moment I've ever seen. Alright. Oh, look at the Storm go. It looks pretty.
Tis mine.
Looks like a comet. I think it's a very... Maybe the play is you just go massive Diffusal. Like, Diffusal can purge off Guardian Angel. Especially Hurang, who's not even using the Guardian Angel proactively. Well, I guess that's the issue, right? You're not even beating them when they're not using Guardian Angel. So I guess Hurang doesn't even need to use Guardian Angel. And now to push out. Anti-Mage though, trying to do some sneaky sneak. They see him. He's gonna blink back in. And Deuce doesn't even need to go. Deuce doesn't even need to win the game ever. Anti-Mage comes in. Oh, okay. Well, it's actually the worst chains that I've ever seen in my life, and he's actually gonna burst him down! Guardian Angel! From a mile away. And everybody is gonna get brought back. Harang immediately refreshed, but do they know where he is? He doesn't have a TP. He does have a TP. He needs to get out. Yeah, you know what? Just the fact that Dusa and Omni Knight just protect each other so well? I just don't know how they could do it. Oh, bomb! Go, go, go! Bomb, 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 bomb! Techies, are you watching? Techies? 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 There's 4 heroes, there's 3 heroes! Okay. Alright, let's go. What's the techies doing? I guess this techie is just like out of patience. Where's the new minefield sign? Don't know. Alright, so he changes the Mask of Madness to Satanic. That's good. Alright, let's quickly check out how much gold everyone has. Let's see. Current gold. 10k, 10k, 7k. Yeah.
Regeneration.
Is this a refresh orb being purchased? Well, first of all, they need to change them a little bit better. Because what I've seen is like hexed into immediate abyssal.
Immortality.
Okay, so it's gonna be a refresh orb build. Yeah, Clock at this point, all he is just a stunner. He's even gonna sell the boots. Yeah, it makes sense. Because once you're in the fight, you're in the fight. Maybe a Force Staff would be nice. I think it wouldn't be terrible for a Shadow Fiend to go back to a BKB, but like, what do you drop? I actually don't know. This game has a surprising amount of Russians. And that's interesting. A lot of patience from 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 range creeps. I think at this point, if you just move all the range creeps on top, they would just push them by themselves. So the next time you got a team wipe, you push mid and the top just push by the range creep. Or you could just use them to go get the Mega Swiftly. Let's see. Let's pretend in a world where Radiant wins the next fight and gets some Mega creeps. Techies could hold off one lane by himself. Anti-Mage probably has to go back to Battle Fury and like somebody has to get a Vlad on the team for lifesteal. And the rest of the heroes could hold off another lane. Technically, they could hold the lane, but unfortunately, they can't hold the lane in such a way where Dusa can. Like, when Dusa stands in front of the throne, there is no way you're even getting close to it. When Techie's holding the wave, you don't... Yeah, he blows someone's mind, you just walk closer, hit him a couple of times. So, the Dire team... I say if they lose one more lane of Rex, they're pretty much done. Because the big creeps are the only things that are keeping the Radiant team in the base. And if the Radiant team is ever not in the base, Dire is in big, big trouble. Buyback check. Everybody has it. Everybody that matter has it. Okay. I don't know about this. I don't know about this ROTK. Pops a BKB. He has to run. Jesus Christ, this Stormster. Alright, sorry, I just tapped out to check my time. We are currently 1 hour or 2 hour and 5 minutes in the game. Not even close. Well, we're kind of close. We crossed the halfway mark, and this game is still going. There's some hefty regrets. The bigger regret is that it seems like the Dire team has not. They have not shown anything creative.
The seeds of fortune.
Apart from just farming and getting more items. To me, the Radiant team, that's the creative team. The Radiant team is doing something. If they win this game without unleashing this horde, I don't know. Yeah. But this game is gonna turn somehow, right? Oh, we're going back for a Blink Dagger. So this speaks to me that they want to do a little bit more backdoor action. Alright. This is where it always goes back to the games where like, hey man, if you could buy like, if you could spend 10k to buy extra slot, you know, this would be the game for it. But it's really nice to me that there are some restrictions You can't just build your heroes to be the strongest ever. Here we go. Dire is poking their head in. I think techies could be playing a lot differently. I mean, I already spoke to this like 3-4 times an hour ago. But techies right now is playing as if this was a 40-minute game. And if this was a 40-minute game, that this is a fine way of playing. But since then, he has been pretty much a useless hero. I mean, he's got random kills here and there, but he has not determined the overall course of the game. Josh, though, he's coming in. I don't know if that's a good play. Well, BKB is going to be used. Second Ravage not going to do too much. And this Prophet trying to do some work. Meanwhile, on the top lane, trying to go for the throne. The throne's completely fine. John's coming in right now. They're going right on Nubek, but where's the damage coming out? John's going to be dead. On the back line, is Prophet dead? Prophet's also dead. And it looks like Sven has somehow survived. Looks like using Satanic with it help out there. And another time, the Dire team throws himself in and absolutely did nothing. Did not even force out Guardian Angel or Refresh Orb.
Radiant's Ancient taking enemy fire.
Well, they actually did like 500 damage to the Ancients. So there's that. Uh-oh, Deuce's building a new item. Is he getting a Lincoln's? I believe he's getting a Lincoln's. Lincoln's would be pretty good at this stage of the game where you just Lincoln's yourself. I believe they are gonna push right now. Here we go. Techies, this is where you need to get back to base. Well, actually, I think you should start mining here. Because I think that's where Dire would push. Oh, the line field though. The line field. Oh, they only got one. Could have waited. Could have been a little bit more patient. Immediate buyback. And he's coming right back in. Oh, here we go! Here we go, boys! The range creep army. Alright, you gotta protect that range creep army. Protect that shit with your life. This is all of Deuce's, or most of his Deuce. I think Tidehunter got a couple in here. Alright, here we go. Alright, Deuce, you need to run ahead of your range creep army. If they just die, like... Oh, okay. There's some base race going on right now. They're trying to come in and backdoor. Deuce is gonna come back, and it's gonna force the TP back out. Meanwhile, these are not being micro, they're being healed up though. Anti-Mage in a lot of trouble right now. He's getting pulled back in. Is there a Hex available? The Divine Ray Burst doing a lot of work. He blinks back out. Prophet's gonna blink back out as well. They're rescuing. Back on the top lane here. Looks like there is a Hex against the Sven. Sven does not have buyback. Can we actually get a little bit of damage? There is no damage involved. And now the range creep army is going in. Looks like Anti-Mage has gotten a kill on the Storm Spirit. Duza right-clicking away. They do have Hex, Blink Hex, and Diffusal Blade. Back on the top lane. Looks like a Hex that just finished off. There's a TP in coming in from John. They should have another hook. Blink forward, trying to TP out. Don't block the hook. Don't block the hook. There's a Hex. This is viewable. They do get him dead. That's 120 seconds without buyback. Where was the range creep army? Did it just die? The range creep army just died. Okay, well, I guess you gotta dominate more range creep army. No, hold on. Even though this is a... Alright, I gotta go back. Hopefully, don't crash my game. Where's the range creep army? No! No! Range creep army! No! Fuck techies. Fuck techies. Alright. Okay, so this is exactly where the game, where the Dire wants it to be, right? Again, second time, lure them out of the base. There's no buyback on the Storm, but critically there's no buyback on the Sven. And Sven is actually a big part of them. He tanks a lot in the front line, and right now they're kind of loosey gooey over here. I think the most important target. Ooh, Refresh Orb. Okay, what did he drop? He dropped Ayascati. He dropped the Divine. Okay, oh no. Okay, somebody got Hex. Okay. All right, he's got Refresher. The Ravage is gonna come out. Gotta use your ult. Oh, he's gonna waste 6 seconds. He's gonna go for the value. They're gonna go for the base. Where is the Guardian Angel? Gotta use the Guardian Angel right now. Use it. No Guardian Angel used just yet. No. Okay, there's the Guardian Angel. Probably one is not even necessary anymore. Extreme trying to focus on the blade. Ring Ravage is gonna come in, and I believe Extreme will also go down. Throne is down to about 60% health, and all the Guardian Angels are down. So I think Dire is getting closer and closer. Unfortunately, they need to do it in the next 2 to 3 minutes, because that's before the Guardian Angel and the Refresher Orb cools down. Because if all the things cool down, especially when the Glyph cools down, the Guardian Angel and the buybacks cool down, then you're back on square one. So Dire, once they respawn, they have to do a little soul searching moment. It's like, do we go now? And if we go, oh no, he's Super Saiyan 1! He's lost a lot of the ball lightning coolness. I think if Techies was in that fight, might have changed the fight a bit, because he does actually do a lot of AoE damage. Maybe not. I don't know. I'm just not a fan of this Techies play. He has not adjusted his playstyle at all. And I like adjustments. Are we gonna do the minefield sign? Where is the minefield sign? Uh-oh. There's no minefield sign to defend. There's a find. It's like this should be like an Easter egg game, like find the divine. Oh, blowing it up, blow him up. Nice la. Storm is dead. 55 seconds, and they are gonna get another one to attack. He's getting right click. Miss. Yule Scepter, the Dusa, and he'll survive. Techies defend the base. And right now, everybody else that's threatening to TP, I think they are gonna think about TPing back in here. Are we gonna see any TP? Nothing just yet. Base is defended. They have Breach of Travel. Alright, there is one TP on the top lane. Storm being dead for 20 seconds. Oh, there's Techies. Oh, there's a Divine. Techies should pick it up, honestly. I mean, I think this item is very important for the... I don't know. I think Techies getting it is important. Unfortunately, the mines! Oh, it's so close! Rocket kill? No, Rocket's not gonna do enough damage. He's gonna try though. Bang. Hit him. Not gonna die. Yeah, Storm has lost his Super Saiyan 2 status. Has not been playing well. There's just so many, like, let's count the amount of divines just on the ground. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 divine in the game. Is there some on the ground? Okay, nothing on the ground just yet. Okay, and the Dire looks like with Prophet dying there, they can't really go in and go for the win. I don't know what the Prophet was doing. Did he think his team would BOT in? But he kind of just TP'd in and expect nobody would kill him. And, well, unfortunately, people were going to kill him. Alright, Roshan, number 85. I think cheese at this point is actually just worse than an item. You could sell this for 2,000 gold. I think you should sell it for 2,000 gold. And get something else. Alright, Octarine Core. Kills Roche. Nobody gets Aegis or cheese.
8 to 11 minutes.
I guess Techie could get it. There's a refresher on a Storm. What in the world is going... I guess he's refreshing the Hex? I guess refreshing Link is not bad. This is actually the first time I've ever seen it. Alright, yeah. Aegis, better than cheese. Just sell the cheese. Let me just sell the cheese. Alright, he gets the cheese instead of the VKB. I'm not sure about that. I believe we're gonna go for it one last time. Well, maybe not one last time, but one more time. Here we go. Oh. I just hit my Windows key and it tapped out. I recently got a new computer. Oh, Cook Hawken is gonna go on the bottom lane. Immediate Abyssal, immediate Hex, not the best Chainsun, and John in a lot of trouble. John's gonna get immediately blown up. Does he have buyback? That's the question. They're gonna focus right on the Tidehunter. Not really doing enough damage. Meanwhile, back in the mid, there's a death on the Shadow Fiend. He's gonna get brought down. Ravage. Looks like Ravage completely whiffed. Well, Ravagers are both down extreme though. He's got a lot of trouble. Look at this fan! Oh my god, 2 hits. The coordination on the Radiant side is just not good enough. Now, Anti-Mage trying to right-click. He is going to get the kill there. There is going to be buyback available. Divine is dropped on the ground. Respect your Elders. Trying to TP out. Not going to work. Radiant team fighting better. A little bit more coordinated. Drops the Divine for a refresher. Uses the refresher. Put it back in the stash. It looks like we're going to see yet another couple minutes of doing nothing. Now, given the fact that the Dire team, when they left the base the last couple of times, they got burned. I wonder if they're gonna keep leaving the base. Oh, he's Super Saiyan 2! He's Super Saiyan 2, he's back. Alright, he's back. Somebody just ate the cheese? I think Shadow Fiend ate the cheese? How is Fen killing Shadow Fiend? Like, he doesn't have True Strike. Everybody and the mother getting Refresh Orb. I'm not sure what this Refresh Orb is about. Like, God Strength has a low enough cooldown where I don't think it's necessary. Is this Super Saiyan 2 or 1? I can't even tell anymore. Oh god, it's so hot in Southern California right now. And I can't turn on my AC because it will make a lot of noises, so I'm suffering for you guys right now. Oh, the Storm is gonna die! Bang, 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 bang! Alright, Storm's dead for 60 seconds. Does he have buyback? He does have buyback. Yeah, but you got his plus 1 charge. Alright, so you keep going. Gotta go, Dire team. 18 seconds so our TK comes back alive. For whatever I've said, Russian's gay has actually got a ton of kills, so, you know, there's that. He's got 17 kills. He's got the most in his team, so that just shows you how bad the game is going for Dire, where your carries can't get killed anymore, so your only way of getting kills is through mines, and it's few and far between. Alright, casually stealing a Divine. Is that what happened? Did he just blinked in and took it? Oh, Hex is coming in. Yo, techies, gotta be careful. Are we making an army of range creeps? There's only one. That last range creep army was so, like, unspectacular. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, John just be dying. Oh! Oh! What? He just got one-shotted! Bot lane is Protected Elder. It's gonna TP out. I don't think this game is winnable. Your anti-mate just got one-shotted by its Sven. My god. Alright, when is the Radiant team's gonna push? I mean, I'm all down for, like, playing the patient game, but I think it's been the time to push for a long time. It's time to go. Ain't going though. Ooh, not enough. Oh no, respect the Elder, please. How can you even make that play? How? What do you think? Where do you think they are? Well, I think the fair thing to say is this is an hour and 37-minute game. I think patience are low. And yeah, patience have run dry. And I think the Radiant are feeling confident enough. Landfill. Alright, just don't clump for this. Just don't clump for this. Oh, got him. But they didn't. That's not enough though. Getting Storm is not enough. Because this Sven, he could go for it. Oh, he's getting Hex. Gotta get them the right clicks. Man, he's so tanky. And they'll back off. Dusa has never left the base. Base slowly regenerating. 3 HP per second. And they back off. Wow, this game will never end, would it? Oh my god. I mean, Radiant has all the tools that they could win, but they're playing it ultra safe. They're playing it kind of scared. Which, I mean, that's fair. That's fair. And Dire is gonna push out the wave. Gold Graph has no meaning anymore. Experience, everybody's level 25, so it's even. Alright. All that matters now is buyback and how many crits Sven's gonna get. Sven is the secret carry now. Like, Dusa might be very good at defending the base and hitting the throne. But Sven is where the real deal is at. I would actually buy Lincolns and draw my BLTs if I'm Dusa. Drop it in base. If I need BLTs to TP in, I would. Ooh, is it the play? Is this the play? Tell me this is the play. Here we go, boys. Here we go. He's gonna trigger a mine too. No, is he? Yo, I don't know why there's a random TP. I'm just following this creep. Oh no! Oh! Okay, okay. Smoke protects it. No, it's gonna run into the anti-mage. Yo, this creep. Don't even know how close to death he is. Okay, smoke ran out, but that's fine. That's fine. Yo, are they gonna make the play? Yo, this is the play. Okay, wait a bit. The creeps are about to spawn. Is it being perfectly micro? Okay. Dude, this is where you build in. Here we go. And then you walk the creep in, and then there's. Oh no. There's 2 landfill mines. Is it just parked there? Okay. Well, now I have to like constantly look here. Alright, this orange dot.
Whoa, what'd I miss?
Why is there so many orange dots? Oh, these are brown dots. Alright, they pinged it. They say the vehicle is in position. Alright, Alright, this is some like Ocean's 11 shit going on right now. And they're defending. Meanwhile, out of patience is this Shadow Fiend, I believe? No. No, who's out of patience? I think AM's out of patience. How do you win this game? Yeah, somebody's trying the arrow. Move it in. It'll be so funny if like they start TPing in, they walk in, and the creep walks in here, it just blows up. And the TP ends. Yeah, the base is currently being held. Nothing has changed. Newsflash. This is the most exciting thing that's happened in the last 20 minutes. Oh my god. Ah man, I wish I know what they're saying. There must be so much salt going on here. Like, the sodium level is dangerous.
Fear nothing.
I think what the Radiant team is waiting for is you wait for the Dire to make one more push where they die, and then you just run the creep in and you just teleport it in. And once this creep is in the base, that counts as removing backdoor regen. Please hug the throne more. Lol. Oh my god. Oh man, this is where the Warcraft 3 patrol is patrol still in Dota 2? It's not. I don't think so. Patrol was a Warcraft 3 thing where you could make a unit walk back and forth, and he will automatically attack whatever that like gets in his way. So he could just literally like have his hero patrol back and forth and just go AFK. Oh no, they found it. They found the creep. Have you fun? Yeah, that's some Lumi English. Alright, don't get the Aegis. Which honestly, nobody has slots left for Aegis. Alright. Yeah, I'm still within the opinion that having a Maelstrom is better. Having a Maelstrom is much better at de-pushing the wave. Alright, AM drops something. Drops a Manta for... Okay. This AM doesn't hit... This AM hits for 350 damage. That's less than one Divine. Like, Omni hits harder than that. So I think in this case, AM should realize that. And he's just playing the distract. Like, he's like, hey guys, I'm gonna just blink in and maybe draw some fire. The thing is, John's been kind of hooking in suicidally and doing nothing either. Alright, I'm gonna just add up the damage difference of both teams. Alright, let's see. There is 150 plus 350, 500 here. There is 7. It's about 850 here. So that's 1350. 1350, 1500. 1870. 1870 plus 2650. 2650 plus 200. 2650. Fuck. 29-ish. Is that everybody? Yeah. 2900 damage, I think. Without Vlads and, you know, God Strength and stuff like that. Alright, let's compare. You have 280 plus 350 is 630 plus 800, 1050 plus 1050 plus 600 is 1650 plus 150 more 1800 plus 2000. So Dire's down about 1000 damage, if my math roughly is correct. Man, how boring this game had to be where you guys are sitting there watching me do mental math for the past minute because my brain is fried. But the Dire is, oh man, the Dire, well, big part of it's Radiant. the way that Radiant's playing. They're like, yo, we ain't leaving the throne. Oh, mid, something is happening. Just kidding. They hex them and they run back. I mean, again, this is where I go back to earlier. Dota needs something that just ends the game. Apart from people making a mistake. Because essentially that's what both teams just waiting for. One team waiting for the other team to make a mistake. AM without Battle Fury is just funny. Like watching him hit these creeps. These are not even like big creeps. They're not even like Rax creeps. They're just creeps. He's actually like less useful than Necrobooks. Oh, Necrobooks. Oh! Wrecked. Oh, what's going on? Okay. Okay. Okay though, Rabbit's gonna hit on everybody. Extreme taking a ton of damage. Second Rabbit's gonna come through. Everybody's dead. Back in the base. Is anybody backdooring? Yeah, nobody's backdooring. He blinks like 2 feet away, and now he's gonna get found by Storm. He's gonna get stunned. He's gonna get hit. And they're buying out, but I don't think it matters. Alright, Dire has officially ran out of patience. Radiant, are you now gonna push? Nope. They're gonna chill. Oh my god. This is so hilarious. I think if there was a concede button on the Dire side, everybody would have hit the concede button by there. But then you also have League of Legends games, so maybe not. Where no games move past 20 minutes, so. Dude, this Sven is about to be double 6 slotted. Holy fuck. And this ain't that fake Dusa 6 slotted, right? Where he got 6 helm, or double 12 slot. This is a 12 slot in any game where you'd be like, ah, I'm happy with these items. Damn. This Sven is fat. Now keep in mind that Dusa is killable. We did see Anti-Mage kill Dusa, but that's when he had Mantis out. Oh no, he didn't kill him. Guardian Angel came in and did work. Alright, here we go, boys. They're walking up the hill. Alright, they're defending. What's happening? There's a glyph being used. I'm not sure if the glyph being used for tier 3 is correct. Alright. Raxes are melting like paper. Clockwork poking in right now. They have a hex immediately. Blinking self-sprout. Oh, protecting himself against the Sven. Blinking 4. I'm not sure if you want to blink 4. Abyssal coming in. They're going to hex him up. They're throwing everything on the Sven. Can they kill the Sven? They will kill the Sven. Divine Rapier is going to get dropped. Harang's going to get focused. Harang has not used a single Guardian Angel. Maybe you forgot about the exchange of hands on the Divine Rapier. Are people picking it up? Maybe drop the MKB. Are they going to TP in? They know the TP in. And he'll TP back out. Oh, okay. Yo, this is a freaking play. But he's got, there's double, they're gonna kill Harang again! Kill Harang again! Oh, they hex him up! He's dead! He's gonna be dead! Yes, there's no more buyback on him! No Guardian Angel, there's a buyback, there's Ravage, oh no, there's just too much. That was a play. That was a play, they even killed Harang. Harang didn't even did anything. Oh no, I feel for him, feels bad, man. Feels bad, man. They should have won that game. Alright, refresher being purchased. Are they not afraid? They're afraid. They're like, we can't push. We don't have Guardian Angel. Maybe Dusa could still push. And then have the team defend. Well, they got the last line. They got their set of Rex. Sorry, the second set of Rex. So all they have to do is march in on this top. I think they're going for Makas. Oh, right. Alright. No buyback for Sen for 2 minutes. Do you make another go? Maybe attack ace is possible. This is so hilarious.
Once again,
I think you make another go. Dude, how many times has people bought travels, sold travels? They're going for it again. Alright, here we go, boys. Alright, no Krang, no Sven. They could actually win the game. Remember when I said like they just need somebody? Oh no, not this! Not this, RLTK, you're going in by yourself! Oh no, what is happening right now? Oh, he's gonna try to go on Dusa, but Dusa, is he doing enough damage? No, he's not, he has no damage. Meanwhile, Prophet also just die. The team just decides to 1v1 with, oh, it was like the worst coordinated fight ever. What was that? Oh, the Dire team has bought 2 million disables and literally 0 damage. They have no damage. Like, all of the damage is on the Shadow Fiend. Well, when he had the Divines. He doesn't have the Divines now. Dude, this team doesn't even crack, like, 1500 damage right now. Super Saiyan Storm 2. Oh, dude, how much gold is this? 350 gold. Holy fuck. That's hilarious. Lol, Shadow Fiend try to get souls. Souls not really important at all. Mostly just for his ultimate. But his ultimate doesn't do any damage anyways. At this point. Well, the damage reduction is actually pretty big. I wonder if the way that when he's playing this, that's what he sees as well. He's just glowing nonstop.
Where's the party?
Alright, what's the play? What's the play? I think they just lost the best chance they had. That last fight. 2 dead, no buyback, no Sven, so no damage. And well, not no damage, but they lost a lot of damage. And no Guardian Angel, that was a huge part. Harang has not been the MVP for me, man. He hasn't even used Guardian Angel. He only used like a number of times. It's this double Ravage. It's doing work. Alright. They get a Rex. Or sorry, they get a T2 and they'll back off. Just extreme patience. Oh, they're gonna kill all the trees. Smart. Gotta kill these trees too. This is so fun. Alright, let's zip over here. Kill all these trees. Yo, this Prophet has died 29 times? Holy cow. How many times has he TP'd in and just kind of fed? Well, I guess it's really not fair to just point on him. Because when you TP him by yourself, you're gonna die. But if your team is with there, then you're dying for a reason, right? You're gonna die, and your team does a lot of tower damage, or I wonder if they know you could sell cheese. Cheeses are just being laid on the ground, and I think we are getting to a point where gold does matter for the Dire team because they spent so much buyback and everything. Casual, 30k gold lead. I could see the finish line though. We are almost there. We are almost there. The final 20 minutes. Actually, I don't think it's exactly 3 hours. So, for those of you guys that are looking to not get spoiled, I don't think it's 3 hours exact. It's 3 hours as some. Could be 3 hours and 10 minutes. Could be 3 hours and 40 minutes. Who knows? Who knows? And I think the last, I mean, at least that's the last 10 minutes. It's gonna keep the suspense, right? That's where things are happening. He needs to pick up these bounty runes. Oh, come on. That's worth way more. Well, it's not worth more than the Roish, but okay. Shadow Fiend will pick it up. Oh, they're not Roshing. You're telling me 154 minutes in the game, you don't have enough damage to Rosh. Are you kidding? Alright. And this is why Dire is losing. This is anti-mage. It's hitting for 300 damage. Just watching them do this Rosh. Look at him! Hitting for nothing. Jeez. Alright, some Russian being thrown out. You know, this, for a team that's Russian, this is a, stereotypically they are very aggressive, but they play very, very patiently. To the point where you go like, damn, man. How patient can you play? Alright, drop some Manta for ages. I mean, at one point in the game you say, alright, dropping Manta for ages is fine, but you just need every bit of damage you could get, and they just don't have enough. Holy crap, my computer just spiked a bit. I was like, oh my god, is the recording gonna end? Dude, I'll be so pissed if the recording just fails. Alright. 155 damage. Or 155 minutes, sorry. And 155 damage, sort of, base damage. They're coming in. Or not. Shoot. He's even got this smoke thing on them now. Once we people like going in hexing and be like, nope. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Where's all the divines? It's just on the ground, like somewhere. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it must be on the ground somewhere. Huh, don't know where they are. Diffusal blade, okay. Alright, John, please don't use every one of your disables like within each other. He's gonna hook Hex Abyssal and then refresh hook Hex Abyssal at the same time. I'm like, facepalm. Alright, they got some. Oh, I thought it was Dire that put a ward up top. Of course not. They don't even have inventory space to carry wards. Medusa buys a gem for the team. Alright. Medusa has all the network difference. He's got 3,100 or 31,000. Dire is coming in with Diffusal Blade. And is this it? Here we go, boys! I'm your cheerleader. I hope to God. Oh! Yo! He abandoned because he couldn't get experience or he AFK for too long. He needs to get experience. Script broke. Oh my god. I think he's gonna win this game and not get any MMR for it. Oh my god, this is so sad for him. This is so sad. Alright, here we go, boys. Enjoy low priority. Oh, can I just report this techies? Can I report? Oh no. All I could do is add him as friend. Dude, I should add him as friend and then report him. Like queue with him in one game and then just report him. Just leave now. I mean, honestly, he's not doing anything for the team. Like, he's not even using Guardian Angel. I bet the Dusa could just like press Stone Gaze, hotkey the Omni Knight, and then Guardian on the Omni Knight, and then just like, okay, we'll be fine. I wonder how many people in this game that was like, hey man, I'm just done with, like, you know, like you're 30 minutes in the game, especially like you're the anti-mage, right? You're just pushing for Raxus. You're 25, 30 minutes in the game, and your friend's like, oh yeah, I'm almost done, just wait for me for the next one, right? Uh-oh, they're going in. Oh, okay, saving the Prophet. The Rav's not gonna hit anybody. He's gonna TP out John's dead. Alright. He's gonna go for more? Nope. Why is this anti-mage like blinking away from the creep wave? Is he not farming the creep wave so he can farm the ancients? What's going on here? Alright, Shadow Fiend's gonna farm the creep wave. Shadow Fiend crits for 1,000, but he really wants Divine. Dude, I imagine a kid that's sitting at like a LAN shop, right? You're like, alright, I got time for one more game. And then you just queue into this game and you're like, fuck. Oh, Extreme! Extreme gonna be dead. You can't do this without your whole team standing behind you. It's like, it's been 160 minutes of this. Come on. You can't do this. Oh, they got him though. They got the Divine back. Okay, there's a buyback. There's a Divine on the ground with a heart. Alright, he'll pick up the Divine, which I guess that's alright. Storm buying back, not sure whether that's good, because he doesn't need a buyback. Your Dire team, I want to be hyped for you guys, but I don't know. You guys just trying the same thing for the past 2 hours. Literally hitting your head against a brick wall. Maybe it will work this time. Maybe. Newsflash, it won't, man. Yo, whatever happened to all those Helm of Dominators? I think he sold it. I'm disappointed. Helm of Dominator strat was legit. It's the best thing about this game.
Invisibility.
How many people don't have boots in this game right now? Let's see. Alright. 1, 2, 3. Only the clock in. Oh, the clock went back for boots. Okay. For those of you guys that are watching from the beginning till now, I sincerely thank you. You've been a trooper. Oh, come on. Come on. Dude. What do you think it's gonna happen? Jesus Christ, I'm just getting angry watching them. Although I don't think the teammates care at this point. They're like, oh, whatever. Teki's out to define. Honestly, if Teki has 3 divines, you could do some work. Miss Sven though, jeez. Yeah, I know I probably not have been as the most hype in this game compared to my other casts, but honestly, there has been very few things to get hype about. So, but for those of you guys that have been watching, kind of maybe in the background, if you're folding your laundry, you're watching this game, you know, you could probably fold like 800 laundry baskets. Oh, he dropped his Aghanims for BOTs. Did he sell it? Was it in the base? No, he sold it. Which, if you look at how these fights are going, right? Like, he doesn't actually take advantage of the 10-second cooldown because he's dead. Are we gonna see a 40k goalie? No, it's still a 30k. Alright, farming with Hook, yo. Hook does a ton of damage, 300 damage. There's a random TP in the base. Dusa, how much gold?
Over here.
Look at this net worth. Oh my god. How does AM have second highest net worth? He hits like a kitten. What the fuck? Man. Alright. This is where you wish you have an Alk on your team. Buys an axe for everybody. Alright, let's not count Dire out yet. Remember the sequence that they had like 20-30 minutes ago? Where they lost a fight, won a fight outside their base. Oh shoot. Sven doing some sneaky shit. How did he even get there? Did he just walk there? Just smoke there? I guess you could scroll back to look. But the fact that he didn't do anything with it, I'm not gonna scroll back to look. Is there a TP creeps hidden over here somewhere? There's BKB Heaven's Halberg on the ground. Just casually. Dude, we're gonna see Bounty Rune like hitting the 400 gold mark. My god. Alright. Is Dire gonna finally do something? Nope. Well now, I mean I could easily just kind of sit in base without doing anything. Because he hasn't been doing anything. But this game has I'm gonna just lean back. Stop add friends please, lol. I'm gonna lean back, rub my shoulders a bit. Gonna give myself a pat on the back for casting this game. Give you guys a pat on the back for watching this game. Especially you guys that hasn't like skipped forward at all. Just watching every minute of this beauty.
Do it with flair.
Oh, Dusa smoked. What does this mean? Does this mean anything? Nope, she smoked and hung out inside her base. Awesome. Sven has lost some of his items. Did he sell them? I think he sold them just to make sure he has buyback. Cool. Make sure he has 10k. A gem collection being started in the base. Oh, just kidding. Just kidding. I think the courier just picked it up or something. Yeah, he still got 11 slot worth of items. And 10k. And he's only the second highest in net worth. Right. Let me see how many creep kills they got. 2009, 2090, 2080, Storm with 1000. Yeah. Omni Knight's not gonna break 100 CS. That's the hilarious thing about it.
I'm over here.
Boom! There it goes.
Wait, hold on. Hold on. Yo! Anti-Mage's doing some next level shit. He's warding for his team. We've seen it all, guys. Yo, you can actually ward from low ground to high ground now, because they have no building. They won't see you doing it. Though I don't know if... Think about it. No, they just ward over here. Okay. Well, Anti-Mage need to get his item. Oh, they didn't ward it over there. Is AM gonna try to blink into the base over here and ward one? Not a bad idea. Yep. Aw, come on. You could do it deeper. Although he's afraid maybe of Remnant. Alright, they got vision into the base. Now he needs to pick up an item. Dude, Roche is up, but then the clock is fucked up too. What? Is Roche up? Roche has gotta be up. Yeah, Roche is up. I think.
Looking for me?
Oh no! Oh, okay. I thought the creep was hitting the ward because they had a gem. I'm surprised nobody's carrying a gem. I guess Omni Knight could, but he's, you know, where he belongs, in the base. Base is 4 HP. I know I said this 2 hours ago, but I don't know how Dire could win this game. Respect the Elders play well early on, but late game didn't hold it up. Same thing with the techies. Alright, he's got the heart. You know, 300 damage is just not that much. When Deuce has split shot him for like 900. Jesus Christ. And a 20% reduction. Yep. Dude, I wish I could just like chat with these players like, yo, when you guys want to push? I'm losing patience. Oh, here we go. Nope, just kidding. Yo, I'm hearing new music. It's like got some drums. It's like it's like the beginning, the prelude to some epic music. Dude, I missed like 2 years ago. There was a bug in Dota 2 where when heroes started fighting, there was like this like epic soundtrack that just came up, and it made teamfight sound like so heroic and shit. This game needs some of that. All right, the 18th Roshan that's occurring. Dude, Roche is hitting hard right now. Yeah. Yeah, but life steal from Shadow Fiend. All right, who's gonna pick up the?
Have rejected Roshan's petition to
Guess you drop your refresh orbs to pick it up. AM could pick it up. I don't know. I don't think Aegis matters. They just don't do any damage.
Where's the party?
You might as well just have the Aegis sit there. Or you kill it, I guess, because... fight. I think the Dire could fight. Radiant team... Or so
Boom! There it goes.
the Radiant team can't fight. Yo!
Okay, boys. Okay, he's got the haste. He's gonna try to backdoor. Does he have enough damage? Who am I saying? This is a Sven with 2 divines. Alright, here we go. Pretty risky play. He's gonna drop 2 divines. Anti-mage just... Oh. Yo, this is the time. Alright, AX speeding did this.
When last we left our hero, once again.
I'm pausing. Everybody, I'm pausing. Yeah, at least the Radiant team could just wait.
Okay, we're unpaused.
Alright, here we go. Here we go. He's going in, popping the BKB for no reason.
Okay, right clicking, can get the T3. I don't know about this. Oh no, he just gave it to Divine. Alright. That was like... There was like about a 0% chance of that working. I guess AM drops a Manta and picks up the Divine. Okay, so one Divine dropped. Okay, so that's smart. I guess you pick one up saying that this is yours, so when you die, you could come back and have another one available. Okay. Yo, Dire's going for it. And when I say Dire's going for it, you know, respect the Elder, he's going for it.
Looking for me?
Where's the team, though? Extreme, he's got 6k, he's not teleporting in. Maybe he wants to save his buyback teleport? So then he should walk in. Alright, he's trucking it. He's moving at 405. He'll get there. He'll get there. AM pushing it with his 300 damage. Oh no, he TP'd in, so buyback TP is not a play unless they want to wait like 40 more seconds, which they can. Seems like they're walking in though. Shadow Fiend, poise out of the base. Thinking about right clicking. Stormster on the bottom lane trying to go for a kill. He gets a melee hex, abyssal, and he's dead. BKB being popped. I think he back out. John, get out of here. He's using every stun at the same time. I don't know about this. Blink in, but Prophet to get a right. Try to right click on Nubik. Nubik's taking a ton of damage. He's losing all his mana. Nubik is dead. He drops the Divine right now. And here comes the Guardian Angel. Gotta use it now. Extreme is dead. He doesn't have the Aegis. He doesn't. John's trying to right click, but he's got no HP, no damage. Oh, Mana Void's doing a lot, and now he needs to blink away. He's got blink up in 1 second, getting crit, and crit. He's gonna get pulled. He's gonna be dead. Whole bunch of buyback being expended. Tower lost about 1,000 health. Is this the fight? Nope. Radiant's probably gonna wait. That fight was much closer. They kill Storm, they kill Deuce, they force out buyback. Maybe you just go again next fight. Maybe that's when you win the game, Dire. I believe in you. Alright, there's one more Divine being picked up. Also, if the Radiant, or if Dire just chains stun a bit better. They keep just overlaying their stuns. Integrity has been doing absolutely nothing. Alright, using Necro Books to clear mind, that's pretty smart. Okay, that's cool. I guess you pick up the second Divine then, right? Let's drop a blink, come on. I mean, the worst part is he saw it coming. Like, saw the vines there. But whatever, it's all good. Maybe he thought he could tank it. Storm back to Super Saiyan 2. Or I think he was on Super Saiyan 2 for like the longest time. Holy crap, this game. I'm as every bit amazed and not amazed about this game at the same time. Techie's picking up some gold. He's at 1,800 gold, man. There's a Divine on the ground. Who picked it up? Did he get killed? What? What happened to it? It just like disappeared. Holy... Wait, I gotta see this. Okay, there's a Divine on the ground. Okay. Oh, he dropped his Divine on the back of him and picked it up. Okay, that makes sense. So same thing earlier. Pick up one, ensure that you have another. All right, if you want to go for the buyback play, you do it now. Especially there's no Ravage. There's no buyback. Somebody's paused.
Okay, back to killing each other. Where were we? Really
All right.
was pushing, or was it? Okay, never mind. Everyone just got bottom.
Oh my God, this game
Back
is
to
just.
the indecipherable gibberish.
Here we go. ROTK leading the charge as per usual.
Or did it take its own life in shame?
Okay, Courier died with Casual 5k. Yo, you for John. John, what are you doing? John and RCK are going ham. Oh my god, look how much damage you took. And teammate just walking in, but he doesn't do any damage. Blink back out. Well, that's it. Oh, no, on the back line. Shadowfiend's trying to hit the throne. Okay, he got like 20 damage on it. That's not the fight, man. That's not the fight. Alright, is this finally the time for them to go? Dude, this storm hits hard, man. Game is safe to leave. Oh no, if they just leave this game and call it a dunzo, I'll be so mad. Yo, casual 400 gold bounty rune. Alright, Radiant's finally gonna push top. Gonna get the mega creeps. We're approaching the 3 hour point. There's still 2 people sitting in base. Huang just made this his home. He's even buying sentries. Dropping divines and shit. Alright. I can't use skills. Well, maybe because you don't have any. Oh! Damn. Yo. This is backdoor attempt number 2. It will work this time. In fact, they will get an anti-mage out of it this time. Oh! Oh my god! Oh, he didn't blink far enough.
Where's the party? Even in death.
Alright, go for the top. Go for the top. Oh no, Techie's already here. Techie's doing work. Yo! Yo! So many what's going on? So there's 10 divine in this game now? 1, 2, 3. Oh, there's like ones on the ground. I don't know what's happening. He just spent all his gold. Bought double divine. And he's bought a divine. Still won't have gem though. That's hell of a high roller move. Casual buy 2 divine. If they lose this 2 divine up here, maybe that's how Dire wins this game. Alright boys, here we go. Oh, here comes initiation. Always sitting, but the Ravage is going to come in on the back line here. Hex up is going to go. They're going to focus on Shadowfiend. Shadowfiend taking way too much damage. The cleave is going to get a... Well, 1 kill. He's going to go for a triple kill. No, just 1 kill just yet. They're going to focus on the Storm Spirit. Can he actually... Oh, he just blew up. A lot of AoE damage. The Mana Void animation was just not there. Okay, they traded 2 for 1. Can the clockwork cancel some TPs? Trying to TP out. Hex. They're going to get him. That's a second divine that's gonna go down. Well, can he fight his way out? Yeah, there's no way he's gonna fight his way out. Alright, that's 2 more divine being dropped. Suddenly Sven is he a buyback? Of course he does. Is it buyback plus divine? No, he doesn't. Yeah, but he got so many items in his stash that he'll just pick it up. What the fuck just happened here? The map was blowing up. Well, that was like a 5v2, 5v3. Alright, Dire, for the last time. Maybe we'll push for the win. Maybe. They will try. The ashes, the bats are coming out. That's when the map is starting to break. No lava just yet. No lava just yet. Oh, maybe there's a little bit of lava here. There's a little bit of smoke. Where there's smoke, there's fire, man. Here we go. Dire pushing the lanes in. For what it seemed like the billionth time this game. Waiting for Shadowfiend. Maybe Shadowfiend needs to pick up a couple of these divines up here first. I think so. Oh no, Storm! Storm lost all his Super Saiyan status. He's not glowing anymore. He's glowing fire now. That's pretty cool, I guess. It would have been much cooler if we started with him glowing fire, and then as the game started to break, like, he's like glowing lightning and shit. There's a random fire here. Casual divine gem sitting on the ground.
I'm over here.
I could Roche one more time if they want. Kill the Aegis, sell the cheese. Yo, I see a smoke. Here we go. Sven's trying to smoke out to take the Divine, which has been claimed by Shadowfiend. One of them has. Oh, the smoke's gonna break. Dude, this dude's so afraid. He literally could just A-move into the enemy team and win the game. But no. 2 hours later, still trying to figure out how to win this game. Maybe. Maybe they are going for that like record like I talked about. 18-hour Dota.
The Dire have murdered Roshan purely for
Holy crap, if there's an 18-hour Dota game,
Aegis.
I think the game would actually just like break. There's not enough numbers in the game to handle that. John. Sierra looking a little crazy. The animation, oh my god. Alright. If this game ended, who am I giving MVP to? Not the Omni Knight. He's been playing very poorly. Sven, I guess? I mean, it's either Dusa or Sven. The Storm has died a couple of times as well. I say Dusa. He's the glue that's holding them back. Holding them together. Oh. Oh, oh no! It just timed out. Okay. Hex into do nothing. We've seen this before. Clockwork Hook! John! This is your play! It's BKBing, but I don't know if that's enough though. Yeah, ain't enough. Extreme all their damage. And the Ravage! It's gonna hit on everybody! Farm like easy, he's dead. Double buyback, triple buyback are coming up. Farm is gonna have to fight this big mana void. Huge mana void. And Clockwork Hook. Nubik. Well, we're trying to... Is that enough? Maggie's coming in, but look at the damage. Jesus, the second Ravage coming. Oh, that's all the buyback. Extreme is dead. No more buyback. Well, base is completely healthy. If you do so now, you are just marching down the mid lane. Here we go. Here we go, boys. Dusa.
More death.
It's right here. Go, Dusa. He's gonna get BOTs. I would excuse it if it's BOTs. BOT? Swap for BOTs. Okay. Alright. Now you go. No Dusa? Okay. Defend base. Defend base. And then now you go. I wish you guys could see me right now. I'm face palming so hard. This game. Oh, okay, Sven. Sven's up there, BOTing up top. Divine Rapier casually on the ground. He's back to 2 Divine. He drops Zags. Alright. Is that Dusa coming in? For the love of God, please be Dusa. Okay, 2 people coming in. No! Oh, don't blow it up. Don't blow it up. Alright, you gotta wait out the BKB first. Rid of the repel. Oh, they know. They know the minefield signs there. Alright, backdoor regen. Trying to cope with this. Okay. They're gonna get a mana void. Bomb! Use your bomb! Suicide! Oh my god. Please, thank you. You have one job. Suicide. And that's Mega Creeps. Finally. The funny thing is they'll back off. The base is blowing up. They'll back off. They're not even gonna finish them. They're like, alright, we done it. We done it. Ooh, the Hex coming in. Are they gonna get Sven? They are gonna get Sven. Whoa, Blink Abyssal. The place. Alright, he has buyback. Tech easy goes to lose. Oh, that's hilarious. Alright, now Mega Creeps. How well can you guys handle? No Battle Fury. There are bats flying about everywhere. And now people are talking as if the game's over, and honestly the game has been over for the last 2.5 hours. Holy fuck. Alright, they're going for it. One more time. Alright, perfect disable so far. You gotta focus on Hubis, the Ravage #1, and where's the damage? Where's the damage? No, can they? Satanic, he's using Satanic. Oh my god. Storm, the Creeps is gonna get the kill there. And that's gotta be. GG well played, it's gonna be called. Gonna try one more time. Sven or Shadow Fiend's gonna come in. Shadow Fiend's gonna go down. This Sven has bought more Divines, I think, than anybody combined. He's buying Divine nonstop. And this Sven is done with it. He's gonna go. Come on, drop your refresher. Items on the ground. Taggy is disconnected. Alright. Let's go, boys. Let's go, BOTing. Dude, this Dusa is still... Imagine how mad Dusa would be if he like stood in front of his base for 3 hours, and then the second that he went out, they just lose the game right there. It's not gonna happen though, because Huang has got Guardian Angel. If he doesn't forget to use Guardian Angel. And they got BOT back, and 2 member of the team has already disconnected, so yeah, the game's over. Super Saiyan 2 on the Storm as well. Oh, this time. Get wrecked.
The stout heart knows no fear.
Alright, AM buys back. But it don't matter, because this game is about to end. These paper towers, paper tier 4s. Gonna go Hex on the Techies. Techies will die one last time. No, he won't! Techie survives! GG, easy game. Oh my god. Well, I gotta say, this is one of the most difficult games I've casted. It's definitely one of the longest games I casted, yet the game with the least amount of strategical things to talk about. Like, after the 2-hour mark, I think my brain was just dead.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Maybe I didn't do this cast justice, but I definitely think I gave it a good shot. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this game, maybe a little bit. And until next time, this is Luminous signing off. GG guys.